20 handle winner right now for you. So there it goes. Nice move upside right here. So we're going to go 1 for 1 so far, plus holding on to all of our bids. What do you got over there?
Oh, sorry. I was trying to listen to what they just said, and there was also a news story about Boeing. So I said we'd get out, no reload on IWM until after he hits the podium. So we got out of IWM. It did break the low. Now it's coming into VWAP. I only want to be looking short on this name. So we're going to make sure that we maintain the plan of action here on IWM. Still slightly gross up on it, but that was either a complete flush down or wait until he hits the podium. So now that he's on the podium, we'll see if VWAP or the next level up holds at 238.
You just did something I've never seen before.
What?
Your net is literally zero.
Yeah, it's
on
a weird
IWM.
one.
I have never, in my 23 years of trading.
That actually happened to me one time before.
I've never seen a net of zero.
Well, because usually there's like fees involved, but this time it actually perfectly just worked out. It's a complete coincidence. It's just a fluke at the end of the day. Like I can't plan that. Like it went the first target.
You can never do it again.
I had an area stop in there anyways. It's just one of those really fluke things in there. It was meant that if it failed out, it would be a close to flat trade. But exactly zero was kind of funny. I'm
only bringing it up. It doesn't matter about the trade. I did it once. No, you're never going to do it again.
No. I swear. I did this one time, and I had like a bunch of trades in this one stock, and then I looked over in the middle of the day, and I'm like, oh crap.
Yeah.
It was actually net zero. Like everything just kind of.
That was
a long time ago.
I've never ever seen that. All right. Meanwhile, while we're talking about that, 30 handles.
It's possible.
We get a zero trade over there, 30 handles right here. Nice hold on NVIDIA. That's starting to go back up. Though, I mean, nice hold on NVIDIA. I mean, we are loving NVIDIA right now. Remember, we were just $2 and change in the money? Now we're 35, 40 handles in the money right now on the futures. We're now $2 in the money, $2 in the money right now on Palantir, and another $1.70 in the money now on NVIDIA. I'm actually going to take this opportunity on NVIDIA to get a piece out right now. We just held that all the way back down. It bounced off VWAP. We probably should have got some. I'm rolling now with the futures, so if NVIDIA goes, great. But honestly, like this is the trade for me. We drop back in. Not only is this the trade for me, this is the trade for you too. We gave this trade. We talked about back into the 200 period. It gave us it once. It gave us it twice. And shout out to my good friend over there, Obi Thrice. So that was a good one. Let's wait to see what winds up happening now. But so far, so good. We're really super happy. The day, honestly, can always get better, but not by much. Good job so far here. We'll just wait to see if there's any more opportunities. I mean, futures still going higher. 40, 35 handles right now and counting on this reload. So Palantir is now green for the day, someone just said. Yeah, there it goes. Palantir. What a... my guy Palantir. Look, we're super happy with you, Palantir. There's nothing wrong with that. But this little drop started me off a little sour. But then these... Remember we were down here and I said, we're going to be stuck on this trade because I think this is the chance for us to hold something and get it going to the back. So really glad that we're still in this Palantir trade. And again, big trade for me alert right here is the TQQs.
Yeah, it's a good look on the Qs, and the ES is actually almost going to break the high as well. So you're getting the lag in the ES. We saw what the banks were doing, and they're all down, right? So it's not exactly like we don't know we're being led by tech here today. So NVIDIA bounced off VWAP. It just got back into the 20s, but you're not really breaking past that first resistance spot yet. IWM did not get to VWAP. It got really close and then started rolling over. It feels like it's a little bit weak. And Tesla, I don't know, man. Tesla, it's strong. There's no press through 299. It's trying to get this 99 break, which obviously you need to do before 300. I like how strong it is, generally speaking. It's obviously been a good stock to have been long at any point today. The 290 would have been the best spot, but it is what it is. I think that 300 is very much still in play. We're trending up going into Powell, which you can see speaking now. So if he can lead us higher, then Tesla is still very much the breakout play that we thought it was. As I said with IWM, did not quite get into VWAP, didn't press through to give any, I guess, like bigger opportunities for the short higher. It's still red on the day. So it's still relatively weak as far as I'm concerned, but let's let it play. Like, the market's going back up here. There's no need to fight something to the short side. As we were doing nothing, I wanted this one short, so we took our shot at it. But now that we're headed higher, there's no need to jump in this one and then fight anything. AMD is going higher, Boeing is going higher, Bitcoin is oddly enough doing nothing. That's a little bit surprising. I'd expected more out of UiBit, certainly. But NVIDIA just claimed back to the quarters, so it just got halfway from VWAP to the high. We'd like it to make that other push. Why is my order? You should never. What's the point of having an order at 148.75 if 75 is the high of the day? That should be in front of that level. You never really want to be just exactly at that level. So we'll see what Powell does, but we're now starting to get that secondary push here. NVIDIA VWAP, that came in. Tesla decided not to, so that's the one we grabbed. Let's go to, was that Brendan?
Question number 1 is about Trump, but you know what? Whatever Trump's going to say right here, Trump's all about this right now. He'd be very, very proud watching this trade here because there it is, man. This is 40 handles now upside. He's just saying that the election's going to have no effect on policy decisions. Yeah, you'll wait about that one, my guy. You'll see. But nice move to the upside right there. 82.50. Big move, big move, big move. I hope you guys are with this. This is real trading, right? This is not like we didn't average in. Like this just came right into our. I mean, we did average in, but we didn't do anything too crazy. Came right into our levels twice. Able to get it, take it out at the top, buy it back at the bottom, start taking them out again right now. We have about just under a third left, I would say. I mean, I'm very, very pleased with what we're doing right now on the futures. And I mean, all the way from that top right up to the bottom, the futures continue to go, now up 1.5%. And not only that, we talked about this trade. That's, to me, what the most important thing is. We said that we'll buy the dips in this. We sort of played out what may or may not happen here. And it looks like it's pretty much exactly what happened. Futures dip by there, and then there goes upside. Thank you, Rivian Millionaire, and everybody out there as well for the love and the support as we sit here and try our very best to bring you guys all of these trades. So, yeah, that's what we're doing right now, and it's been definitely a good one.
Yeah, definitely a good one. I see Rohit just gave us a super chat. I want to thank Rohit in there for it. AMD, the biggest winner right now in the semis. I had to double check what ARM is up today.
Is it?
I haven't looked at AMD in a hot minute, so I can't really say whether or not that's true. Up 3%. It is breaking through the high of the day on AMD. NVIDIA's only 1.8 today. I feel like ARM, okay, it's cheating on ARM because ARM was down so much. So it is a bit of a different story if you're looking at ARM. But that said, it was a rocket ship earlier. It's 4%, but it's not doing anything. So I get you're right about that. AMD is breaking highs. ARM good, being up. But wow, that is a heck of a lot of nothing in ARM. So NVIDIA is starting, like you can now see it, exactly where we were having support before is turning into resistance on NVIDIA. So when that's the case, I'll respect it. VWAP looks like it's the right area to wait back into. If we start rolling back over, again, just to read on what's happening, I just saw AMD breaking highs, right? I saw ARM doing nothing. The market was at the highs and challenging the highs, and NVIDIA was kind of lagging the move a little bit. So take a little bit out if it looks relatively weak, and then wait for it to get to our price again, as we still have plenty of time left in the day, no question about that. Bitcoin might just end up being a nothing burger. I was really expecting after the run the last 2 days that we'd get something out of BTC and we'd be able to take some kind of a trade there. But VWAP, it's diddling in the middle over there on IBIT. So we'll hold on to the last of NVIDIA, about $0.50 in the money. It needs to make that press. If AMD is going to go and the market's going to go, I'd like to see that get up to the top, and IBIT will just have to be patient for it. I'm expecting some kind of a move here, and we're getting nothing out of IBIT.
Yeah, tough trade for sure, man. I mean, I know that NVIDIA one. Good little bottom pick there. All right, so we'll, We just took another piece out right there. So now we are under that third left, significantly under now. We have about 20% left, maybe a little bit less than that as we're starting to drip down again. So we had sort of thought that maybe potentially something like this could happen, where it's just after the talks, here we go. I mean, someone asked them a question, they don't like the answer, machines get turned on the other way. So far so good there on that one. And, NVIDIA, Tesla, we can have a quick look at Tesla. Oh, go to Brendan.
It might be a case of they don't like the question more than the answer, but he was just asked about the prior economic projections. So you remember the last meeting, we got the latest dot plot and the latest projections from the Fed. He was just asked how can we rely on those, or can we rely on those going forward? And he basically said he doesn't want to comment. So anything that was forecast in the last meeting, basically thrown out the window at this point, according to Powell. Guys, downside here for the market.
All right, well. So we'll have a positive trade. I don't know all in all what exactly we're trying to do here with this market, but it makes sense to me so far. you know, he's come, he's gone. There's Tesla dripping down a little bit. He's not gone, he's still there. But I mean, you know, as far as what we're looking for with Trump and sort of the reaction here, so far so good. But now here's the pullback in the market. So I don't know what you're going to be doing with your NVIDIA trade, but I'm going to. I already got out right there. What a great out that was, guys, honestly. So now we just kind of wait to see where we go. But I like that out. We have less than 1% left of NVIDIA, less than 1% left in Powell. Wow, look at that Palantir out. There it goes, man, and then the TQs. So here we go. Nice move to the downside, obviously.
Yeah, and NVIDIA came right back into VWAP, but it's distinctly different than the last time it did. So I'm not looking for that reload. It looks a little bit weaker. I'll show you IWM in a second, but got to get to the one we're last in. You could see it right in here that it wasn't going to hold those quarters. So I'm jumping out of this one and waiting for another move here. I came into this trade down on NVIDIA, obviously. So here we'll end up making a little bit back, but not much. But I came into the day down, not the day. Obviously you're starting the day flat, but I was down on NVIDIA earlier. We're able to take a couple of wins, but it's just not strong enough at the end of the day. And IWM, maybe we should have just been aggressive with IWM. I was overall feeling a little bit bullish. So I was hunting more for the long than the short, but IWM, we got out, thought we were going to get a press higher, and IWM now looking a little bit sick. So it's through the low of the day. Got to look for a pop in here where I can play it off of a curl. Kind of like what it did here. You know, you get a little bit of a pop, get the rollover, and then look for the short there in IWM. Again, want to be short this name, relatively speaking, especially as he's talking, and there is some speculation that maybe you get some kind of a pause in December. I think that wouldn't necessarily bode well for what recently just made a high, an all-time high in the IWM. So it does have some room to pull back into that prior high.
All right, I think I'm going to, let's just buy some NVIDIA right now. Okay, so we're going to buy some NVIDIA. I'm going to buy it against this bottom right there. We've done real, it's going to be my number one stock, 147.40. So we do expect a little bit of a drop down here, 147.39. I'm going to just get out. This is not a big position. It's very risky. We've talked about this being into something now, but hey, man, risk favors the bold, and that's what we're in right now. We'll put that trade back on. So we'll just buy some 78s there. Again, we'll scalp a little bit out. If this can come up into 90s like it's trying to do, then maybe we'll take something out. And I don't know exactly what's been going on right now, but Neil, bang, that's what we're doing right there. We do not miss. We do not miss. I mean, there it goes right there on NVIDIA. So again, putting on some shares, putting it on. There it goes, Neil. We just put 30 cents right there, 25 cents right there in our pocket in front of everybody live. So, I mean, if you guys are watching for trading, look over here. Good trades right there on NVIDIA. Nice move back up to the upside as we continue to go. We just did that. Neil's flat, which is why I'm saying that. We're going to go long on NVIDIA right there off of your boy's number one indicator. It is VWAP. That's what we're talking about. I've been saying that for days and days and years and years. When Adara jumped on the board, I was like, get that VWAP up on your chart ASAP. What's up, Brendo?
Oh, it's me, actually. We're just getting a bit of an upside volume spike here as someone asked Jerome Powell here in the conference, was there a reason here for you guys removing certain statements from their overall outlook, including the fact that they remain confident, apparently, in inflation going down? Jerome Powell said no, it has nothing to do with how they view the stickiness of inflation. Market reacting positively to Jerome Powell clarifying that removal of certain wording in their statements does not mean they believe that core inflation is stickier than expected, guys.
Okay, so I mean, that's actually not that bad of a comment, to be honest with you, but it's not really seemingly doing that much to the market. You are still breaking lower on IWM, so there's our lower high that we're looking for. Want to see us close red on this candle, and then we can look for the retracement on it. So we'll see what happens here. It's still looking weak. It's underneath the low of the day. Well, not the low of the day. Check that. It's underneath this sort of local bottom. Low of the day is obviously lower. The local bottom before we had the number come out. So I still think this one is going to look relatively weak, and you're getting a nothing burger over an IBIT. I did pop on the VWAP of Tesla as the market was coming in front of 295. It decided to make a little bit of a turn. I'm not going to cancel my 300 breakout. That's going to remain in there, but we're still looking dip buys on Tesla. That's the first time it's actually threatened to get into those lows. Not really going to change the plan too much. I'm not completely convinced. I'm glad the NVIDIA worked out and was a good bounce. I didn't like it as much coming through because it didn't get back into the highs. It was like a lower high when the market was making highs. So I'm going to back away from that one and try to get into some Tesla and keep the eyeballs on IWM. Again, I don't like anything really short except this. I feel like if you're chasing something short, it better have been a weak stock before, and then just make sure you're joining the trend in things that are strong.
Yeah, I mean, oh boy. I mean, now we're 30 handles in the money again right now on the futures as it just continues. Look at this. Look what's happening right now. So far since we've been here with you guys on the, with the numbers, right? NVIDIA, let's go, right? Right now it's 30 cents in the money, and that's the only trade that we had. We put it on right there. Good trade there, 30 cents plus in the money, and that's after already holding all day this trade. So we average into it. You can't just sit on this trade all day, right? If you see an opportunity, you got to take it. So we did that one. And then since then, now we're 30 handles in the money again right now on the TQQ. So let's just keep on doing that. And Adair's going to be over there giving us all these numbers. So whoopsies, what was that? So if we do see anything happening, we'll get that to you. But there it goes again and again and again. So, and it's just to talk about that, as Neil was saying, that he's slightly down there on NVIDIA today. Well, it's my number one stock. So that's what I'm saying. Guys that can sit right beside each other, talk about the same stuff, have completely different shares, different ideas, different stops, different everything. And that will happen all the time to everybody. We've seen that all the time on the floor. So it just goes to show you that sometimes stocks will do what you think when you think they're going to do it. I mean, you had the long, it hits the level, you get out. We were just sitting there at that same level and took that long right from you. So that's just, again, look at this dip down. Like if I was here during this, we probably get stopped out as well. So it's just, sometimes you got to take the trade and it works out. And especially on a day like today, Neil, where you have Powell talking, it's like, we've been sitting here before and it's like, oh, you're in a dollar winner. And then all of a sudden, snap your neck. And it goes straight back down in again or the other way around. But with that being said, I'm going to take a piece out right now at 12s on, there it is. Did we get it?
You just made a comment about bonds.
See? So this is what I mean. Like, we'll take another piece out right here. Guys, 40 handles in the money here. $2.50. Did I just say that properly? Palantir is now up 0.8%, and we're long from the bottom. This trade, rewind it, man. When this was 10 o'clock, all we were saying was, I think this is going to be the one. I think this is going to be the one. We need to stay in this. We did. Palantir today, making them sing back there to the upside. And by the way, man, the market is really starting to blast. Like, if you guys aren't having fun right now trading with us, then I apologize, because I really can't do. For me, just showing all these trades, going into these, displaying all of this. Look what the futures are doing right now. I'm going to take another piece out. It is a 50 handle winner right there on the futures. Shout out to Adam DeLuz and all that. We're back. We're trading the futures, and we're at the high of the day.
Yeah, great look on the future. I just heard a comment about bonds there, and the setup on IWM happened, but you got to be able to get out of it right away. Tesla also broke trend to the upside, but I got to show you that one first, and then Tesla just did this on trend. Now, there's still a 300 breakout that's going to be looming in there, so any trade is into 300, and then we wait until we see that breakout. So we're into Tesla, but I had to show you IWM. I heard the comment where he's going to be watching the bond market. The bond market's been signaling, that it might make sense for a little bit of a pause. But that being said, it didn't exactly ignite things to the downside on the market there, or in IWM, which is starting to go back into VWAP. I still think that's going to be the big spot. Tesla broke trend. I got the trend line on that black chart as it was holding the entire day close to this 299. Well, the entire afternoon, close to this 299. So if we sustain the break through 298, I want to make sure we're playing out into that 99. If it was resistance before, I'd expect it could stay resistance while Powell is on the podium. And we might not have mentioned this. When Powell leaves the podium, whatever we're doing.
Look, again, I'm with Neil there. We're starting to get more and more out. I mean, 50 handles, almost 60 there. We took a 59, so basically we're long at 05, so that's about 45, 50 handles or so in the money there. And again, we bought off of this. So this is why we say that a handle is basically 1 full point on the futures. So if you sort of look to see what we were doing, the levels begin and end right here. So that's 70s, and you're now at 20s, so that's 50. So it's about like 1 cent per handle type of thing here as it goes up on the futures. So this is something that we've been looking at, and I really do like. And trading the futures, I know a lot of you can probably tell that.
He just said something about slowing the pace.
Yeah, did he? Well, that's, I mean, we're not slowing the pace on profits here today as they just continue to float in there. But yeah, all right, so that's part of it, right? It's getting these informations. We'll get it from Adara if and when there's anything of uber importance. But yeah, so far so good. That was a good call there. Slowing the pace of rate cuts. I mean, I don't know what's expected.
That would, I mean, obviously, what else could be talking about? That would mean like a December pause. Is that they're actually discussing slowing? That would mean you're decreasing the likelihood of a pause, or so decreasing the likelihood of getting that quarter point. We'll see if that ends up being true. That's what I was thinking with that comment about the bond market, because the bond market's been signaling that's what they should do this entire time. So the only thing I'm looking for in a reversion is going to be IWM. So right there, we just got right back to the price we were in originally on IWM where it did that flush. So I jumped back into it. Again, it's the only thing that I want short. We got a super chat. I don't know where Palantir is. I don't have it up. But Nessa, for you, let's go. Sean, go long Palantir at the bottom, and she paid the bills. Shout out to you, Nessa. Good look there. We'll hit the like on that one. We appreciate you. But as again, I'm listening to Powell. Anything I hear that is remotely pause-ish, I want short. If we set up there in IWM. So I did jump right back into it at our original price. If we get low of the day, we get low of the day. It did bounce off of 235.40 the last time, and 236 was the prior low. Should have bids out in front of that.
So I don't know if you're noticing your Tesla, that's starting to go a little bit there because I'm looking at the futures as well, as some of these markets are starting to come back down a little bit. So let's start to take a little bit of profit. I'm still in NVIDIA. This is also coming back down a bit right now. So I'm not... all right, so we'll take out some more NVIDIA right there as we're starting to drip down a little bit. The futures are starting to come in. I think it's already 253. We'll wait for the hour of power and then get that all figured out. But right now it's, I've got NVIDIA, Palantir, TQQs. We've got the long Tesla over there and the short in IWM. I actually want to get involved with IWM, I feel like, and buy some of that. I'm not invested in IWM right now. And
it's
I think
a tricky
that could
place,
be
is that
something
highs.
right there. But yeah, there goes Tesla. The market's trying to get back in, but I think this is a dip buy opportunity. I still like Tesla breaking through 300, but it's got to happen. So I don't know what that stock even wants to do.
Yeah, well, I mean, if it breaks 300, that's a much different trading opportunity, $4 away or $3 away from that price. The only reason I've canceled my stop is there's a thing about having multiple stop orders in there. So if I have a position in and we stop, then I don't have my breakout in. But trust me, if we get a 300, I'm still looking for a breakout. If we can't hold on to prior support, VWAP is a completely different trade. But seeing Bitcoin starting to go up, but we took a break of trend, and my break of trend trade is always to prior support every single time. So Tesla is trying to go in here, but it is heading back into that downside. I did get the leg out on IWM and want to make sure that we're still in the bid in front of 236. IBIT's still not really doing much of anything, so just going to be monitoring Tesla. I do see the SMCI, shout out to Chadar, is going to the upside. Still put that in a bucket of things that doesn't necessarily have to follow the market. So I think it can be a good place to go. Like I said, if we don't actually get a much bigger trend than what we're getting here from Powell, then it could be a good place to go. But right now, Tesla's trying to make a little bit of a bounce play. If we can't get through 98 again, I'm going to release some of the pressure at that 98 level, because every single even dollar has been resistance today on Tesla. I mean, early it was not, because it was just blowing through after 90s, but then it was 98, 99, and the $300 level there on Tesla. We're going to try and buy the dip in front of it, release some pressure in front of that 98 because it's seeming like it wants to slow down, and then we'll go from there. IBIT's close now to a breakout. I don't know if I want... someone mentioned CleanSpark was looking pretty good for a miner, and I was sort of saying I started with wanting to get a miner because I think they were lagging and they could play a little bit of catch-up, but I'm not really on that track anymore. If Bitcoin's going to go, I think the play is just Bitcoin. For myself anyway. So I'm going to stick with that plan of action. I did appreciate that because I hadn't looked at anything but Mara, but I'm going to stick with Bitcoin. I feel like that's the way to go. At the end of the day, you know, if you feel like you have the right place to execute the trade and that something as a proxy is doing better or doing not as good as the real deal, you might as well just stay in the real deal. And a lot of times you're going to trade the miners because you think they might do an outsized move. That's not the indication I'm getting here today.
Yeah, we're just, we're we're getting really good vibes. I mean, again, we started the show where we were in the money about $2. We're now in the money $4 on all of these positions. So check that three and change now as NVIDIA's come back down a little bit. We did take a little bit more out here. NVIDIA, we just got a 20 fill now. So far so good here since the number. I feel like I'm doing this more and more now whenever there's numbers that come out. Like I'm feeling better and better about trading this. It's some of the biggest trading days I've had are when we've had numbers come out. So I want to thank everybody for watching. And again, it just gives me more liquidity, more opportunity to do this, and more opportunity to take advantage, hopefully, of some of these wins. So that's what we're going to do right now. Just watch out. Again, there's more talk here, gradual. Adara's over there. If she sees anything that she deems important, we're going to come with that. I'm going to take out, I don't have too many contracts or too many shares left on TQs, but I'm sitting right here at 47 to get a piece out. So one more penny up and we'll take that fill there and then see what happens. So give it to us one more time. We just missed it. One more time. There it is. All right, so that's a good one right there. We'll hit the sirens up again. 40 handle winner on the futures. 50 cents in the money on NVIDIA. The only two trades we took off of Fed were both really big winners. And that was right there into VWAP for NVIDIA. We stamped that one, not as a fail, but as a trade that we'll take every single time. And then the TQQs, this one is just kind of like, again, a little bit of spidey senses there. We've been sitting here before watching Fed. We didn't think it was going to be a complete disaster or anything like that. Turns out that we're right and not much going on now as the whole Fed or Jerome Powell right now, 12-0 on the number there. So 12-0 for quarter point cut. So yeah, I mean, let's go. We're just keep on doing what we're doing here. And again, a very, very successful day. So thanks for watching and keep up the good looks. We are going through tonight, just Adara and I on the recap show, so that should be good. I have no idea what numbers are coming out. We'll review which companies are coming out tonight, but we'll talk more about the Fed.
We got a super chat here from Shane D. Shout out to you, Shane. Good look. Possibly your best P&L week ever. Absolutely crushed it today, Tesla. And MicroStrategies. MicroStrategy. So Bitcoin's moving higher. Obviously, MSTR is going to be an absolute banger. So shout out to you. I think that's a great place to be. And actually probably somewhere that I could be looking if we actually get that move on Bitcoin. So Tesla's trying to come right back in here. Wow. But now we're starting to break higher. I'm still going to go with BTC there. Shout out to you, Shane. But I like MSTR. But it's IBIT that is now tracking toward that top break. Fresh highs here on Bitcoin. Oh, boy. This is pretty much it. Like outside of market, this is pretty much, these are all-time highs that are on Bitcoin. So you're about to break that. I think we're about to go to Dara with an update.
Interestingly enough here, market not reacting to this too much, but this is pretty interesting. Jerome Powell was just asked, after saying he was not going to respond to any election-related comments, was just asked, if you were asked to leave the Fed, would you go? And he said no. And then the person asking here said, can you comment on that? And he said no. New moves up on the market here, but basically, long story short, looks like Jerome Powell is not looking to leave the Fed if asked, guys.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, whatever. The guy's loaded. The guy's rich. The guy's whatever he wants to do. He's obviously got, a great. I mean, now the market's at all-time highs. He's really guided us through everything. Got soft landing. Absolutely everything. Jerome Powell, number one guy in my.
He can't be fired. Like it's not how it works.
Again, yeah, Trump can get him out of there if he wants.
Well, yeah, you can get him out, but he can't formally can't be fired. Is the best way to think of it.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, next thing I know, he makes one bad decision and probably goes into jail or something. Okay, so anyways, look at NVIDIA, man. I mean, go. We have less and less on this position. I've traded many shares of this today. It's going to be my number one stock, the number one stock here on the show. That was the trade early, 146 and change. We ran that thing up over $2 to that high spot. We're getting right back there again, putting it on. We still have 50 handles in the money on the futures as that's trying to go up higher. It's remarkable how well the economy has been performing, says Jerome. Yeah, it is remarkable, isn't it? Everything at all-time highs right now, like Dow at all-time highs, Q's at all-time highs. I mean, what are we even talking about right now? This is the TQQ, but look at the NASDAQ, QQQQQ, too many Q's, QQQ, right there. Boom. There it is today. New all-time highs taken out. The past high back in July. That was taken out right there today. Taken out yesterday. Then the push through today gives us that all clear again one more time. So boom to the dynamite upside right there as we go. And all we written down here was Tesla long 290, IBIT long 42, Palantir long 54. NVIDIA long 146.50, Moderna long 55. That one, the Moderna one, was a flushy. But as you guys can see right now, I mean, just take it for what it is, man. These are the trades that we're putting on for you. You can see right at the bottom what we're trying to do. And although, you know, there's been, you know, we're trying to improve it here, going back and forth. We'll try to get as many new adjustments in here as possible. But if you ever want to know if we're red or green on the stock, you could just simply tag us and ask us in the chat if we're red or green on the day, whatever you want, tag us, ask us, and we will be there for you. So, yeah, anyways, as we go, so far so good here today. Let's just keep on the good vibes.
Yeah, exact. That's what it's all about here, guys. And AMD chewing through. Now Tesla has finally gotten back through the 298, so it looks like we're trying to head to that 299 level. Bitcoin's about, okay, IBIT's about 10 cents away from an all-time high, whatever that corresponds to on Bitcoin. I don't know exactly. Still, I feel like that's something we can do through eSignal. And yeah, the next time, when I'm back from vacation, that's one thing I'm going to definitely look forward to. Like, I want to have something where I can plot on my chart of IBIT exactly what the corresponding price was. It just make it so much easier to work with levels. And then if I see something crazy, not that I ever expect there to be divergence, but if there's something like a break of the high in one and not in the other, there might be some things that we could watch there. It'd just be nice to have up, and I'm sure ChatGPT can help with that. So I'm still going to look to buy into support, and we'll see what happens with Powell. Like, there hasn't been, I don't think he said anything terribly profound yet, but you never know. It's only 3 o'clock. There's a lot more time for him to throw something like a little bit of a wrench in there. At the end of the day, you know, this was not like last time where you're expecting, we got crazy fireworks. Like, I remember, like, IWM had a $5-6 range in the first couple of minutes the last time through. And, you know, today it's got like a 60 to 70 cent range twice on IWM. Tesla is still struggling at that 98 level. As we're going to go back up to the desk, we've got Adara one more time.
This part of the show is brought to you by Firefly Neuroscience. Firefly Neuroscience has taken a bold step in advancing brain health technology. In collaboration with Bright Minds Biosciences, Firefly's innovative AI-powered platform has successfully analyzed data from a groundbreaking phase 1 clinical trial, using advanced EEG technology to track brain activity. This data unlocks new potential in treating neurological and mental disorders, reinforcing Firefly's position at the forefront of brain health innovation. As they prepare for phase 2, this partnership signals exciting developments for the future of neuropsychiatric treatments. Firefly Neurosciences, shaping the future of brain health.
Thank you very much there, Adara. I just saw we must have asked some really awkward question there based on what we just saw in the chat. But
I don't know. Oh, I didn't see. I was in the chat.
Someone just said, look at this awkward question, not permitted under the law. I missed whatever was just asked of Powell, but I guess they're doing some oddball stuff.
I'm just going to tweet this out. I mean, I don't have really much else to say. Like, part of the show is to have fun. Part of the show is to show and describe and give you guys winning trades. And I mean, that's so far, I feel responsible to do that, you know, not every day, really, to be honest with you, just for myself as well. And to show you guys that there is possibilities. So like right there is 65, almost 70 handles. Right here on NVIDIA, we just took that up for 70 cents as well. We're light on all of these positions now as we continue to go. Palantir today as well. So it's just like, you know, really, really happy to be able to be here and show you that as we'll host and then we'll trade and try to show you that. So ELF, yeah, man, I'm going to get in trouble for that one. Every single time ELF goes down, I'm supposed to buy this stock. So let me see. We did have a good earnings report from these guys, ELF Cosmetics, and yeah, down into 105. Oh, damn. I said I like to buy Ulta. I was in that store and it was very, very impressive, very, very busy there on just like a random Sunday. And the funny thing is, it was like Sunday at 1 o'clock, like right when the Bills are playing, and it was still packed there in Buffalo. So that should tell you one thing there about Ulta Beauty. I love that stock, but I think I like ELF even better down here. Get that ELF off of the shelf. But I, again, like that stock. We'll see if we ever do step into it there, but that's a good little name there. ELF Cosmetics.
Had a great move.
Elf did, yeah. Elf was absolutely fantastic. But all right, so NVIDIA, another piece out there. Something just to look for. I feel pretty strongly about this futures play. So I feel pretty okay to sit in it. That's Palantir. NVIDIA, all-time highs made. We already have the all-time high out right there at 148.75. So we actually have that, and we just took more right now. So again, power hours here. We'll see if there's going to be a power opportunity here on that one. Oh, you want to do the stick man? Yeah, let's do the stick man. That was a great one. Shout out to, first of all, do this one, because this is what I feel like we're stuck in right now. We were not able to go swimming. We're going swimming after the 4 o'clock recap show to go, because we got, my son has chess tonight, but not till 7. So where is the stick man? There it is. Do something. Oh, my bad. Yeah. Okay, one more time. It's got to go. Oh, you want to do it to the TQQ chart? Okay, here we go. So here's TQQ chart. There it is. All right. So now it's trying to wake that up. So as you can see, I mean, we'll take a wake up, but look at this trade right there. Let's go. That's a hot dog cannon right there for you on that trade. As again, the top of the morning to you right there. That's another all-time high print right there. 82.70 coming into play on the NASDAQ, aka the TQQs. So we're just going to keep on feeling good vibes about everything today. We can watch the dollar. Crypto's going again right now. So yeah, man, everything seems to be the same, yet nothing is the same. Every day, right? We keep on getting more moves higher. And what I mean by like nothing, everything's the same, yet nothing's the same. It's like we go long, you know, we take them out, then we look back and it's like, why did we get out? You know, I mean, we have to follow our rules, but this NVIDIA is a perfect example. Comes right in there to VWAP. We're able to sit there and take it. Always wish we took more, but it's a scary thing to do as it falls back in. I'm going to take another fill here on NVIDIA. Why not? We are in the money that 20 and 40, 60 cents.
Yeah, great look on NVIDIA. It doesn't seem like it wants VWAP again. So it's done it twice. If it does it 3 times, I still like it. I'll probably go back into it. I didn't like the lower highs on it. It was a little bit relatively weak. That said, I said we'd wait for VWAP on IWM after he hit the podium. So it got to VWAP for the first time since Powell hit the podium. A little bit of a curl off at 237. As I probably didn't show you guys the daily chart, IWM is off of highs of all-time highs. Forget about that. All-time highs on IWM, like pretty much everything else. So it was a bit of a trend to the downside after failing that high. Once you're through VWAP, let's forget about it. Tesla's still trying to chew through that 98 level. I'm still offering out in front of 99s, see if we get that push. And I'm still taking a 300 break, although, you know, time could also run out on that trade. Like it's, I mean, let's be real. If Tesla doesn't break until 4 o'clock, I mean, you're day trading. So, you know, we'll have to wait for tomorrow on that one. Ideally, I wouldn't be that angry if Tesla decided to break 300 tomorrow and you had all day for it to work the trade. Sometimes that's just a little bit better. So IBIT, no breakout just yet. Tesla is starting to find some separation from the 98 level, but 99 still a brick wall. It hasn't broken through that since 12 o'clock. So I'd expect the 99, we play into that, and then we wait for a 200, a 300 break or the next available dip buy. And we'll see where Tesla does want to go from here. SOUN is squeezing. My SOUN could just be going because NVIDIA is going, right? Like, remember that stock tends to have a little bit of sympathy towards NVIDIA. And with the market creeping up here, does not surprise me. You want to make sure you're watching a little bit of NVIDIA in the market, though, when you're trading SOUN.
So we're almost near 50,000 followers. I just want to say thank you to NV here. Leonidas Fights. Great FOMC trades, so thank you for that. I mean, you guys got to put them on, but you're welcome there. So I say a big props up. There it is. Props up to you for your trades. I just want to say thank you. I mean, go ahead, guys. Follow if you want to. There it is. 48.5. How many you got? 48.585. So we're growing about 100 a week or so on that one. So thank you for all the continued support there. All I do is post fun stuff. Oh yeah, by the way, go follow me on Instagram right here. You know why? Because check out what we posted up today. And this it is right here. This is a throwback Thursday, baby. This goes back 5 years ago. Neil, how many years? 5 years ago, where Neil looks, man, you're like looking kind of robotic.
I don't even
right
have
here.
any gray. Oh my God.
Yeah, you don't have any gray, and I have more hair. But there it is right here. This is Neil and I 5 years ago. How many years ago? 5 years ago. We've been live for 5 years, everybody. There it is, man. This is what we're talking about back in the day. So it's not like a super We have other throwbacks. Go over on my gram and go find it at Trader TV Sean. And we've also tagged, of course, at Trader TV Live. Thank you to my lovely wife for helping with all of that. Some Q&As on here as well. There you go. What's up? This is when we sponsored. Here's a throwback. This is a throwback. So this one goes back 7 weeks, man. This was us. This is like when we had our own like These are the green screens we had, Fabian and Ramin.
Those were
We used to stand up to get to pull these bad boys up. And here's Neil in his shorts. Pre-Achilles right there. So
back when I used to actually wear, we used to wear shorts to the office. I'm like in sandals. Now we.
So all that is here. Oh my God, here's my kids. Yo, what's up, Adam DeLuz is in the building. What's up, Adam? Kevin O'Leary, my guy. Here's me and my girls here raising the trophy. There I am. Sorry about that, Ancaster. You know, you come out the best, something's going to happen. But there it is right here. We were with these girls on Tuesday night, as winter practice has begun. Again, here I am coaching them up. Yo, Kevin, my guy, what's up with Wonderfi stock? Here's my daughter. Here's my son and I golfing. And besides Ramin and my wife, here's my Starbucks partner right here. You know, so super cute. But anyways, go follow me on Instagram. My lovely wife. I mean, am I not spoiled? I have no other words to say to that. Who's this handsome gentleman? Oh yeah, the podcast that got shelved right there. Okay, we got to go over and trade back over to someone named Adara.
Just letting you guys know, Fed Chair Powell has stepped off the podium. He just asked the last question. So this event actually ending early. Usually we have about an hour with Powell. Right now we had roughly 43 minutes. So Fed Chair Jerome Powell no longer on the stage. We're now hearing exit music, guys.
3 minutes. This guy have a hot date or something like that? Come on, Jerome. What are you up to? Hello, Jerome?
Wow, Jerome.
Kathy Wood. Okay, all right. Something about ARC and all that kind of stuff. So we'll find out more about that. As Obi had to take a very private call from Jerome as well earlier. I did not want to spill the beans. But again, just go find it all, man. All over on Insta. We're all over that. Go find us, like and subscribe. We're putting up some really cool things. I believe we're going to have one up. I want to thank everybody for all the super chats. We went and got brisket, so that should be posted up. I don't know, Andre.
Yeah, that was
working like crazy. I want to give a big shout out to Andre first of all, because all of these posts, Andre, Ramin, doing the work there as well. Oh, you want to talk about a throwback? This is a throwdown, a showdown. This is.
What's up, Mike?
This is right here, my wedding day, right there, coming through. So there it is, right there. That's my brother and I back. I can't even remember how many years ago. It just feels like yesterday. But here's our first brisket time, actually. This is over 32 weeks ago. Shit, I think Randy's wearing the same thing today. Well, hold on a second. Pause that. That's me. All right. Is Randy still in the building? Because this is what I honestly, hoodies.
That's the hoodie he's wearing today.
Is
that from today?
Yeah, no. This is the first time we went to get brisket.
No, that's the hoodie. He's wearing that hoodie today.
Who's this Riz guy over here? Yeah, I think he is wearing that as well. Anyways, Travis Kelce, what's he doing? Okay, let's get out of there. Let's go back to the market. Thank you for that little look down Instagram lane right there. So, all right, hey, back to winners, right? TQQ. Hey, Neil, it's only 70 cents in the money, 70 handles at the high, as we talked about. So we're really happy with that. NVIDIA trying to make a dollar winner, but we'll take it where it lies. That's about it. It's 314. Thank you so much for everything today and every single day. We couldn't do this without everybody watching. Thanks, Bears vs. Bulls.
Yeah, I love the trip down memory lane. And speaking of memory lane, Tesla did a trip down memory lane back to 98, then back to 99. So Powell left 99. The podium. Okay, 98.80.
Let's go.
It's almost at 99. It still can't break 99. Like, that hasn't actually changed. So it dipped back into 99. You still have the same resistance playing back in here in Tesla, but it is now holding the even dollar at least a little bit better. That was what I swear I didn't just do that. My chart went back a candle. That's just so weird. It painted the candle, then it went back in time. That'd be nice if you could really do that. So we need to break the 99. Once it's through there, still working out in front of 300 because 300 is its own break. And there's still some time for it to happen, but with only 35 minutes to go till the imbalances and overall only 45 minutes, you are running out of time for this to do. I mean, look, I'm zooming in so you can see that slight move that it had. $1 on Tesla now versus $1 on Tesla earlier is distinctly different. That's why we got to zoom in. But that $300 level, I think it's going to be a monster. regardless of how many shares you see on there, trust me, it's going to be irrelevant if Tesla wants to go. It just doesn't matter. It's going to go. Sometimes we'll throw it up for fun just so you guys can see a few million shares on a level 2, but it's not going to matter whatsoever. So Tesla is still trying to go. Tycoon, as I knock over my Poppy for the 50th time today.
I probably don't even have mine on. Nope, I don't.
No, you know what? It's weird. I just can't.
Take it off so I don't lose it.
I'm literally the worst because I don't want to drop it and it keeps falling off. So I take it off when I get up from the desk as well. There we go. I just saw Tycoon making a comment about Softy.
Tycoon.
And I get what you're saying, and I understand why it got blocked, but that was a good one. That was definitely a good one. Microsoft is looking pretty good. Microsoft is breaking the high of the day up 1.5%. Softy is on a tear. Daily chart doesn't want to load, but that's okay. You can sort of see it on the 15-minute that you've been up and away like pretty much everything else since the election on Microsoft. This was a laggard out of the big cap tech names. And now it's just a totally different ball game over here for pretty much everything. Google had a good day, but at least we acknowledged Google and Meta this morning. I don't think we really talked too much about Softy. Like I said, we're running out of time here. Aaron Scribb, short Meta at 600. It's not at 600. We know, but it's also not at 600. 595. I think Meta gets there hopefully tomorrow by the end of the day after it did this nice little channel break. And we'll show some videos. I actually shot something today about maybe why we should have been in that Meta trade. But again, you had to look at the stock to see the setup. And I think it's pretty obvious. But that 600 seems like it's almost inevitable tomorrow. We're going to hold 595, hopefully here. And what else we got going on? Rohit. We got another super chat. Thank you, Rohit. I have some Rivian at an average of 982. Should I sell before tonight's earnings or hold and consider averaging down? We're never here to give financial advice, but I mean, if you're in before earnings, you got to have a solid plan of action because you know Rivian is exactly the kind of stock that could be 15 or 20% up or down like that, as I just failed to snap.
Yeah.
No, like Rivian, I understand that the $10 level is holding, and this daily chart, and I've been one of those people that said $10 above has been pretty good, and it held the $10 level again today, but that's just a technical level. This $10 level means absolutely nothing in the aftermarket tonight when they report. You could be back at $9.50, and that would be like a scratch. You could be up at $11, and that would be absolutely nothing as well. So I think you got to have an exit plan. You got to know what your risk tolerance is, and if you don't want to stomach that kind of 15, 20% move on Rivian or whatever the implied move is, then there's nothing wrong with trimming some and saying, I don't want to hold through that kind of volatility. Okay, so there goes Tesla through 299. He said once we get to 300, that's a different trade. Completely different story once we get to 300. I want to be jumping out and then entering again on a 300 press. That said, if it just runs to 300 and never curls, then I'll hold on to the last piece. If it does curl, I jump out and wait for it to press higher. So it's 320, still plenty of time for it to go. We don't have to worry about Powell or anything like that. It's just the market and what it wants to do.
Yep. And that's what we're doing, man. We're almost now 100 handles in the money on the TQQ. I mean, we bought this dip right there. We have it. We're long at 21,170. It's at 21,150. So 80 handles upside right there. We're just trying to play around here, guys. That DraftKings trade was something that I thought I wanted. We can have a quick look back in that DKNG is what I'm looking for. There it is right there. So again, nice move up. I really like this stock. I feel a little bit bad that we had missed it. We're in Uber. We talked a little bit about that as well. I like Uber, but I don't know if I like it any better than DraftKings. I mean, I like them both the same. Relatively new technologies. I mean, don't at me. I know it's not that new. But again, like the stock. I think there's
relatively.
Yeah, I like the opportunities here in both of these. I mean, gambling definitely amongst my friends and everything. People are doing it. I mean, I made money. I only made $150 or whatever on the election, but. I bet it just for some fun there. Odds were close to zeros, like even odds by the time I did it. So I think it was actually Trump was a little bit
bottle
favored.
of wine?
Yeah, something like that. Not even, man. I'll just lose it gambling football. It doesn't matter. So there it goes. So DraftKings right there trying to make. Oh yeah, tonight's is Ravens.
Ravens Cincy.
Cincy. So it should be actually a really good game because now
no T. Higgins again.
Yeah, whatever. Cincy. I mean, Joe Burrow has been pretty insane, and so is Lamar Jackson. So I think you're going to get some nice. I mean, no T. Higgins. Yeah, I mean, he's a good player for sure. They just signed
I might have I have him in my fantasy. Look, I have him in fantasy in one of my leagues, and T. Higgins, and you know what? Whatever. Like the guy's a professional athlete. He's an absolute beast in college. I think he's still poised to do great things, but he's just always hurt. He reminds me of me when I was in high school. I'm being dead serious about that. It's just
You were poised to do great things?
no. I was constantly. I mean, come on, man. You guys everyone used to joke about how. Like I ran track, I missed 50% of my high school career out injured in track and field. It was everything. I pulled my hamstring so many times, it was going out of style. But being an athlete's tough. Don't want to disparage, but it's frustrating when you got the dude in fantasy and he can't produce for you.
Yeah.
And I got Olav too, and that guy's like concussed. So I'm running.
I mean, everybody. I think in today this year,
starting Sterling Shepard in that league.
It's like Chris McCaffrey's finally going to get back on, maybe on the field. Like he's a #1 fantasy football player. Hasn't even stepped on the field this year. Okay.
Stem cells are a hell of a thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, stem cells.
Or whatever he did. I don't know.
Should be doing stem cells. Okay, so again, not much. Like we're having fun here talking about all this stuff, obviously. So just join us every single day if you like this kind of stuff, because this is what we do all the time. Yeah, let's go Tesla. How far are we?
50 cents away.
Okay, I better call it up.
I mean, come on.
I'm going to get out some more NVIDIA.
The line that I always like to use, which seemingly jinx it every single time, is we didn't come all this way not to print the top. And I feel like, come on, like it would be the ultimate just not fair to everyone in the fun of win, lose, or draw, not fair to everybody if we didn't, if we didn't actually get to 300. So that said, I said if we failed up here or curled up here, I would get out and then play in the 300 or play back into the 98 dip buy. So that's still going to be the case. It is 320 at the end of the day here. I do want to make sure that we bank some profit. But Tesla, you're running out of time. You still can go. We're holding 40s. When it got to 50, there was a refresher at 50. That's the best way to think about it. It broke by a couple of pennies, and then they came right back in there. So there is a seller at that 50 level, which is precluding us from getting all the way to 300 for now. But we'll see if we can get that 88 back in there one more time. Neil, please let Tesla go. I want it to go. Everybody wants Tesla to break 300. The only people that don't want Tesla to break 300 are haters and people that are short. Right? And there's no haters of Tesla on this show. Well, actually, I can't speak for everybody. I know you don't, and I know. Yeah,
I'm not selling any of these shares.
I don't think there's any haters of Tesla on this show. How about that?
I mean, I don't know. I checked the old account there. Oh, let me check out what XBI is doing. So XBI and Berkshire are basically my two. Okay.
Lily almost.
Good. We got this, I think, at 100, then again at 98, but I'm not really like loaded up or anything in these names. But I really like XBI, again, the biotech sector here. You can also trade IBB, the other name as well. So both of these names really starting to go well. I mean, everything right now off Trump has done real well. And then the other one, I didn't check this today yet. Probably not doing great. Yesterday had a huge move. The reason why I say not great today before I call up Berkshire, and I have not looked at it, is the banks, right? The banks, probably insurance to the downside. So let's call up Berkshire, although he's been dumping. Is it still up 1% or that was XBI? No, see, there it is. So that makes sense. So as we get that little downside push there of Berk. So we had a huge move up there yesterday as banks, JP Morgan, all went real nuts to the upside and a little bit of a pullback. This is another name. I'm very light on the exposure. I have JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs, and that's it. So I did want to get a little bit more like conservative as my whole portfolio is tech. Like, honestly, it's pretty much all tech. I was looking at it yesterday. It's like my number 1 holdings Google, my number 2 holdings NVIDIA, my number 3 holdings Meta, my number 4 holdings Apple. This is not worth of a lie. My number 5 holding is Palantir. That's 5 of the biggest names. And you know what's behind it there? We've got Tesla, we've got Netflix. It's literally littered with tech names, which is not good for. I started to, my whole thing was to diversify, and this is just for myself. And so I have Pfizer. That's why I have JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs. Like, these positions are like 10 years old. But like, ever since I've been here and watching these stocks, and I mean, I've been working here for 23 years, but watching these tech names, it's like I always just seem to be buying those, and it's obviously been working out okay. And I have minus 95% on many weed names as well. So tech, upside, like I think we're up 600% or something on NVIDIA, but we have minus like close to 100%, like almost as close as you can get on CGC, on Tilray, on all those stocks. So that was complete disasters. But recently we've been adding some different plays to the portfolio there.
I didn't look at those today if they rebounded.
I'm not even looking at them. I told you what I've done to those.
No, I mean, no, they are what they are. I found like what's interesting is, okay, individual stocks are individual stocks. My number 1 holding is actually, it's now the SPY and then the Qs. obviously. But individual stocks, it's NVIDIA. I followed a rule here, and again, it is what it is. Like Tesla got to 299.50. I got an out in front of it on the way up, and then there was a seller there. I had the trend line when it made that move, and then it closed the bar underneath. That's a short setup, but I had zero intentions of shorting Tesla, but it is starting to pull back in here. It is 326. I'll pop over. We'll see if we get back down into support there, but there are no early look imbalances unless you're, oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's right. Dow's coming out. Dow Chemicals coming out of the the Dow. Dow Chemicals coming out of the what?
Dow Chemicals are coming out of the Dow?
Coming out of the Dow. It was, I forget who's replacing them. And we know Intel's coming out for NVIDIA. It was effective the 8th. So that would mean...
Tomorrow, yeah, okay.
Well, okay, sometimes that
Maybe we'll
means
have an imbalance
effective on Monday. Well, whatever. I'll double check that. But there's an imbalance on Dow. So my guess is that should be happening today. I do forget who was coming out. Who's going in for them? I'd have to go look at. We have a source I can look at. But anyways, no big early look imbalances. Oxy, that's $1 million. That's not bad. Pfizer, 1.4. That always pairs off every single time. So I don't think anything is interesting except maybe Dow. I'm just going to go and check our note to see if that is
SHW
today.
So SHW, Ford, RY, CCL, Dow selling. Yeah, so SHW is the buy, Dow is the sell.
Okay, how big?
This says 1.8 million.
Oh, that's exactly what it is.
So
no, it's probably going to, it'll probably
that's
be
what
nothing.
it shows that it's paired. I don't know how much is expected, but that's what it is. So it's SHW, the buy right there.
Sherwin-Williams, that's
exactly. And then Dow Chemicals right there. So these two are being swapped in the, which index is it for? I don't even know. That's the index action.
Whoa, that just got heavier. Tesla, I mean. Oh,
ooh, coming back in.
Yeah, Tesla. Whoa, it's getting a little bit heavy there. So Tesla, okay, well, maybe it was a mean reversion trade. Shout out to Obi if he grabbed that one. But I was never intending on going short into Tesla. We just jumped out of it at the end of the day. So we'll see if there's still some time at 3:30. And maybe we can get a little something going on with these imbalances. I am going to have Dow up just in case it ends up bigger than expected. But if we're expecting 1.8 and it's paired 6 showing 1.8, that might not be good enough for us if the paired volume is already, like it's 5 times the interest, 4.5 times the interest of what you're expecting. I don't know how big that's going to be. It might end up being a nothing burger, but worth watching to see if like NVIDIA, Intel have something going on there. Like maybe Intel pops up out of nowhere. It's a 10 million sell. But I guess it's probably tomorrow for those two.
Yeah, we have some big names today. We have DraftKings is reporting today. Unity is reporting today. Square is reporting today. Lucid is reporting today. Upstart is reporting today. Pins is reporting today. Airbnb is reporting tonight. Affirm is reporting tonight. Rivian is reporting tonight. The Trade Desk is reporting tonight. I mean, it's just Fortinet, FTNT is reporting tonight. Toast is reporting tonight. Anybody else have any other questions? Yeah, so lots of reports.
Biggest expected move?
I don't know. Probably Affirm. Affirm has...
I was going to say, Affirm, that's a big one.
Implied move 7%, but moved 30% last time. Implied move of the Trade Desk is 9.5%. So yeah, there's some stuff happening, my guys. So it should be a fun day anyways here. So make sure you join Adara and I guess, which should be a lot of fun. Adara and I will be on the recap show.
SMR reports tonight too. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it's not. Maybe it's not big enough to have made like the list of all the things that you go over. But
slacker over here.
No, SMR has been an absolute beast. I just want to drag it down there. No, SMR after the bell. I don't know what time. I didn't really check, but it almost broke out its fresh highs there. It got real close today. 25% short float. I would suspect the expected move has got to be at least a little bit decent, up 3% today. Nuclear. If you don't know what it is, small modular nuclear reactors, obviously, and probably the best name in that space in terms of the ticker because it makes it obvious. So it's NuScale Power. That should be on watch. So there's a lot of earnings to go over. No questions asked here. So it's going to be an exciting one. Funware reports tonight. Oh boy. Yeah, with what happened, DJT was down 20% today, and Funware is going to report tonight. Yeah, good. Funds at $6. Oh, ouch. And that's after it bounced. Yeah, Funware got down to 6.08. That must have been, it's going to be SSR. Well, I'll be rooting for good things for Funware because it's obviously going to be short sell restricted tomorrow. And when it's SSR, I rather hope that it bounces 10 times out of 10. Like, let's be real. When a stock is SSR, as a day trader, it ain't as much fun if the stock just keeps on going down. So I really hope it holds the line at $6 today. Good luck to anybody that's in Funware or in DJT. Certainly both of them. Actually, DJT was down more than Funware today. Funware is only 13% down. DJT was down 20.
Okay. Interesting little look there. DJT. We kind of forgot to look at that. All right, so I'm like not really that distracted because I don't have too much going on right now. We did not get the ultimate high, but we basically have like, not basically, we just have like a couple percentage points left in all of these stocks. My heaviest one is still NVIDIA, but it's still very, very light compared to what we normally trade. That was a really, really exciting, and everything is fine. It's just like we did really good there during that FOMC trade. And, you know, we get a little bit, we don't get worked up, but we sort of psych ourselves up, get ready to go, get ready to trade it. Came in, so, you know, we were waiting for that. We put that on. Go rewind it if you want to watch all of these trades in real time. That's the best thing that we do here is there's going to be a lot of traders and a lot of people that, you know, talk the talk. You know, we're trying to also walk that walk right up in here, right? So I think that's something important that you try to feel about what we're trying to do. It's going to be, sometimes it's an easy game, sometimes it's a tough one, but at the end of the day, like, this is why I'm doing, or we're all doing, like, I'm doing lessons of the day real time. You know, like as this has fallen down, I'm explaining to you why we're buying this, right? It's easy to look back and say, I should have done this, I could have done that, this set up there, this set up there. But unless you have it, unless you have the trade, then it doesn't really, you know, like, I don't know. It's like, it's kind of like the kids, you know, it's like they know the right thing to do, but then they don't do it. So this is actually much more difficult than this. It's like what Obi said. This is the real time, like you versus the market. It's the ultimate peer versus peer game, you know, and I liked when Obi said that. And we're going to talk to Obi because Neil's not going to be here next week. So it's going to be me and Obi. And we'll talk more about stuff like this. But at the end of the day, it's like, you know, you need to make the decisions real time while the gun is turned at you. So to me, like that's what I'm trying to do. And I hope that we did that for you today, including trading, who's insane enough to trade the futures during Fed, right? Put up your hand, me. And that's what we did. And we did it, and I think we did it pretty good. So I want to thank everybody for watching. Join me and Adara here on the recap show to get all of those earnings come through one more time. And then Neil tomorrow for his last day in about a week and a bit. He'll be back on the next Tuesday following that. All right, Adara on the desk.
We're actually on the screen here taking a look at some of the biggest upside and downside movers on the S&P 500. And the theme for this segment right now is going to be rebound plays, or plays that are making some day two moves, reversing what we saw them do yesterday. META was one of the weaker, if not the weakest Mag 7 yesterday after Trump. The rest of these tech names pushing higher, but we know that META and SNAP stand to benefit from a TikTok embargo, and Donald Trump a little bit pro-TikTok. So we had Meta chopping mostly to the downside. Today, though, in a rebound, it ended near the end of its range yesterday to upside, now breaking up about 3%. Though it's pulling down in the last few candles, it actually did near that 600 level, around 595 at high of day. Then we have Eli Lilly, LLY. This one actually did break above $800, which was an area it's been kind of waffling with lately. Nice push to the upside after selling off about 4% yesterday in a sympathy play with Danish weight loss drug maker Novo Nordisk. So good look here for LLY, day two bounce. Then another earnings name on watch here, CVS, got a price target increase from UBS today and a price target decrease from another analyst, with CVS down about 6% year after rallying yesterday on day one earnings. So here's some names here that if you miss their day one moves, day two could give you a bit of an interesting move to the opposite direction, guys.
Why is that $22?
Thank you very much, Adara. SMR, baby. That's going to be a wild one to get those earnings. I can't watch. I got physio, so I got to get right over to physio today, where my physio guy is going to go nuts because obviously Bitcoin at all-time highs, which I'm sure dragged up that Solana he loves as well. I think Toncoin is.
Toncoin was getting hit yesterday.
Oh, was it really? Whatever. I don't even know anything about that one. But we didn't. Matt Carnes in the chat. Matt C. Did we talk about Datadog earnings this morning? I'm not sure. We might have missed this one in the morning show. When you get to the height of earnings season, obviously there's a lot that's going to go into play, and then you throw in the fact that there were so many names that were continuations from yesterday that they might not have had a particular catalyst. Like, was there a story on Tesla today? No, but we have to talk about Tesla. Was there a particular story on NVIDIA? No, but we have to talk about NVIDIA. Like, those kind of things happen. So it might have got missed that Datadog did a monster V-shape recovery. today. It's going to close only up 1%, but that kind of doesn't do it justice. It was down at $120 at one point and hit 133. So a good rebound. And when you like to see it when a stock gets bought up when it looks like it's under trouble. You saw that with ARM today. You saw that with Datadog. Obviously, it's got some support looking at the 128. All I can do is look at the chart for you guys here for Datadog. I like that fact. Anytime you see this where they have all this bamboozlement, but all of the selling and all of the underneath stuff is during the pre-market, and then once the market's open, it's just buying and then support buying. That's exactly what ARM did. Everyone's like, why is ARM down? Good company, blah, 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 all that good stuff. Obviously, a more extreme example of that on ARM today, but that's not to take anything away from Datadog. So it's 337. As I said, we have a couple of early look imbalances. Dow, as expected, and then it was Sherwin-Williams, kind of a small buy, as expected. They're swapping places in one of the Dow indexes. I don't remember which one it is. But Tesla did pull. It came all the way back to 97. So it didn't support the 98 level at all. And we're putting in a lower high right now. With only about 20 minutes to go, not looking as strong as we did before. Usually I'd like a last shot at a dip buy, but this is the first time in a while that we're putting in a couple of red candles in the NASDAQ. It just hasn't happened all afternoon. And if that's the case, profit taking at all-time highs, if that happens, I don't necessarily want to be sitting on the bid. The whole Powell move, I feel like we got what we were looking for. And he left the podium. We got one last salvo. Tesla's not going to break 300 today unless I think it does in the aftermarket, which pretty unlikely, to be honest with you. Tesla probably needs a catalyst to break through that 300 level.
Guys, trade harder, not smarter with eSignal. Make sure that you click on that QR code right there and get involved with what I think is the best charting platform around. That would be eSignal. Again, I've been using it forever. I really think the infinite data, the instant trading, that you can hook up 50 plus brokers. I mean, how important is that, especially these days? Charts that completely are reliable. I haven't seen them ever go down, to be honest with you. Better back testing and scanning. I mean, you want to talk about having endless amounts of data. They have tick replays. They even have tick charts, actually. eSignal does as well. Better back test, reliable real-time data from ICE, right? So they're the ones giving all the data to the markets anyways. So you need that. And again, very, very entitlement-based, right? So you want to trade, we talked about Blue Ocean. You want to trade Hong Kong, Nifty, whatever they got, check it out. Also, awesome customer support as well. That is eSignal. Scan that QR code below and get started with that, and then symbol overlays and things like that Neil's going to figure out how to do when he gets back. But for right now, it's just a simple button on it. But you'll get it when we get back. Moving forward, all right. Out of some NVIDIA, I'm starting to get a little bit weaker on this. We'll put some 12s on there, or 11. Sorry, get it out. Did we get it? Yes, we did. So we just got that fill right there at 11. I use a gateway where I have to pay to get out. So any sort of like a heartbeat at that level, it will generally just get me out because I'm paying for that liquidity. So we'll take that out right there. Palantir, I was like gonna hold it until maybe this break right there. That's 55.60. So let's just put that order in. I mean, this trade is $3. Like it's a pretty huge trade. We have it right from the beginning of the day. So 55. What did I say, 58 or so? We'll get that out if it breaks. If that's just this level right there, so that's 60. So break below could happen with these imbalances coming out. So we are ready for that and ready and willing to trade that when it comes through. So that's that. The TQs, we've let it come all the way back down. But like I said, we don't even have one contract. Like we are so light on this position. I think we have about 1 or 2% left of our total position, just trying to hold on to that one. And then again, we said SMR reports tonight. Like this is going to be, I'm really, really excited about this. This is probably the most recent. I mean, the most recent buy I think was going to be XBI, but SMR definitely one that we're in here. So I'm in from the $12 level. So almost a double up in
good price. I got 13 something.
A matter of, I guess, a week, month, I guess. Beginning of October, straight to the up.
It was that same day. I bought late though.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
they're 415. I don't know. Okay. I don't know if it was. It's on because they're
going to be a wild day, man.
Yeah, they're not as big. So like whether or not it gets on the note. On a day like today, we have like 20-something things that are reporting, or probably way more than that. You've got to whittle it down to what you're watching. And that's why the aftermarket show is so great. I think we try to make sure, and Dara does a fantastic job helping out as well and giving us the notes. And so it's a great look. But SMR, I think, deserves a special place. Expedia, the first one is going to be Expedia. They're right at 4 o'clock. So I feel like not again. I feel like that's going to be a big one, Expedia right away. Although, I mean, sometimes when they say 4 o'clock, like who knows? You'll jump off right away and other ones take a couple of minutes. So I could have said that and then Expedia doesn't come out right away. Tesla is trying to make that bounce. Still only, FXI just came in there, but only 1.7 million to sell. My attitude with the ETFs is if it's not 4, 5, 6 million shares, then it's nothing, and that's just based on what I've been seeing. So I have started to look at them just on the off chance that we get one of the ETFs with a big imbalance, but not happening here. Bit of growth here in Sherwin-Williams. 1.5 million up from 900,000. The Dow's still just sitting there at 1.7, not the Dow. Dow Chemical to the sell side. Remember, one going in, one coming out. So we're expecting that direction. They need to grow. Like I need to see at 350, I want the whatever the number on BRKR, which is our broker, so the early look, whatever that is, got to be bigger when it comes out or no trade for me. And significantly bigger. I don't want it coming out as expected. That's not going to be significant enough.
All right. I'm just not doing anything right now. So waiting for it. Again, something that was reporting, we said DraftKings reporting. We said Rivian reporting. I think that's going to be a big name. Okay. That's nice to see. I didn't know that we were up here for our boy Rivian today. So that's going to be a nice little look. Hopefully we can hold out hope that Rivian can get a little bit higher. This is a decent number here for Rivian. We've sort of talked about where Rivian's going. And it looks like right now, maybe it's okay. After all, we'll wait to see what Rivian wants to do up through $10. This is a nice hold there in and around that $10 mark. We sort of talked a little bit about some of these levels that we were expecting for Rivian. It looks like a decent hold spot right there up through $10. So we'll see. Trying to make ways now for Rivian. Another out there for NVIDIA as the market's kind of just dancing a little bit here. I really don't have any trades heading into this. I mean, it's been a very, very good Fed day. We sort of put our money where our mouth was early on that and able to make some money there. And now we just kind of sit back and wait to see what that next sort of shoot a drop is here heading into the close. So that's what I'm doing, waiting for the imbalances. NVIDIA, I mean, I don't know what that Tesla, you were in that Tesla, I guess it's out now. I don't think it came close to that 300, did it?
Well, I mean, close enough. 50 cents away it's pretty darn close, but that's what happened. Look, I'll move that out of the way so you guys can see. Like, I mean, essentially, you basically double tapped this breakout level. And sometimes that's not a bad thing. A consolidation before a breakout can be good. I'll give you we'll talk about an example of it. I mean, I'm cheating because we already know what Meta looked like. But sometimes the best breakouts are resistance that hold and hold and hold. And then when it releases, right? Like that's what happens. And Meta up 3.5%, and that's a good one. We'll see if it ends up, being good for Tesla. Ultimately, I can't predict whether 300 is going to break or not. I'm inclined to believe that we're going to come in the morning tomorrow and then throw that order in the morning. Like we'll be doing the morning show, and one of the things we'll be doing is putting in a buy for Tesla at 300. But then I said we were doing that today, and it never broke. Matt C, don't forget that Pins is this evening. Been an interesting day for it. I haven't looked at Pins in a while. This was one. I got into Pins during COVID because, well, my wife was using a lot of Pinterest. And back then, pretty much everything you bought during COVID made you money. So I have nothing but love for Pinterest. But yeah, I haven't looked at that one in a while. It does look spicy on the weekly chart, I can tell you that much. Like we're just talking about breakouts that have been holding the same level. Now, granted, this is a weekly chart. So if you're using it, you're usually looking for it to hold on a weekly chart and not just break for a day trade. Like I guess throwing up a daily is going to make a little bit more sense. Sorry, I have Tesla up because it's pulling back again. But on a daily, this does look pretty solid. You have a gap fill if it can break 35. You've got clear room. Like it's a couple of dollars on Pinterest, which if you're not happy with a couple of dollars on Pinterest, I don't know what you're doing. The problem here would be, well, do we think that it's going to give you the opportunity? If it's good earnings, is it going to give you the opportunity to break 35? Not unless you're trading the aftermarket. So I doubt we have the privilege of trading that type of breakout. I prefer stocks when they're here, and then you can head into the breakout after earnings as opposed to it's probably going to gap it if it's any good. But Pinterest is worth watching, certainly. All right, so with only about 4 minutes to go, 15 minutes to the close, 4 minutes to go, imbalances have not changed. Tesla not really doing much of anything except pulling back off of 99. So the last chance for Tesla to break before 350 just went out the window. It was at 99. There was one last chance it was going to happen. I think you can throw it on the back burner, maybe a tomorrow idea. If it happens in the aftermarket, I know Sean will be all over it for sure, but I'm betting tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll be all over everything there in the after hours. Good call on that one. Okay, so just stay with us and we'll do all that. Dow and Sherwin-Williams have an index change. So that's why they're the two largest ones here on this. And then we will adjust this once it comes to, because NASDAQ will be coming out very, very soon. I'm going to take advantage. I'm just on here with NVIDIA. I just want to show it to everybody. I'm going to start putting out some offers. There we go. We get out at 35s as well here today, as that is starting to, again, look like wants to go up. So that's good. We did get some out there as we thought it was going to break lower. Our Palantir has not broke yet because that still goes higher. We were waiting for that kind of a break, as this looks like it wants to close near the high of the day. So that'd be a good one. And then TQQs, the NASDAQ really bounced off as well. So came back into some of those levels where we initially were getting out. Now we'll wait to see if there's any more love for this name. And of course, that is EQs. So just with a couple more minutes left, again, we just made all-time highs today all over the place. The ES right now is 0.84. You could see in the NASDAQ right here, 1.64%. And the market just continues to climb a bit. So there are 13 minutes left. What else you guys want to talk about? Tesla calls 300. Yeah,
I should finish the thought there. Why I think it's likely we test 300, and I put it in the chat there. It's Friday tomorrow. It's obviously there's going to be a lot of open interest in the 300 level. So you tend to get gravity toward these types of prices. Whether or not that means when we take the break it'll be good or not, we'll see. But usually you get this close to a big level like that, going into a Friday with expirations, you get a test of the level. So that's yet another reason why. And keep that in mind tomorrow, especially when we're looking at, like Palantir 55? Where is it at right now? I think that's obviously going to be.
Yeah.
I know, but like the closest big strike, I guess, is probably still 55. So that's probably worth watching because it's been making power moves. And then throw out any other name out there, like Meta 600, like that kind of an idea. That's all. So I tend to think levels like that get tested if it's the closest strike. And we're pretty darn close to it, obviously.
I mean, we called the whole $10 move today on Tesla. If you look at the sticky note here, it is right here. 290 long momentum goes to 300. So it went $9.50. So there's the call right there. So we already have that. I mean, it's easy, long hold. I mean, we just don't have it. We just unfortunately, we missed that 290 break, or we would have had a $10 winner. I mean, there's nothing you could do about it. So there's the call. It's in there. But unfortunately for us, we were there on that break, but I just was unable to get filled. Didn't cross up far enough, so they say. All right. Why does that keep on doing that? There we go. 1.9 million right there for Pfizer. So it looks like Pfizer has that on top of it. All right. Minute and a half left. Again,
I just got to ask somebody in the chat something, and I'll say it out loud. Darren,
might as well.
You've asked about this symbol GMIN. I don't mind. I'm not in anything. We love to answer questions and engage everybody. I couldn't pull that up on the New York NASDAQ or Amex. Is it a U.S. symbol? That's all. I'm not familiar with it. So if you just clarify, and we have no issues looking at stuff like maybe it's a Toronto stock or something.
Right.
And I could look it up. Actually, I guess I could do GRIM. There is a Toronto stock by that name. I don't know if that's what you're referring to. We can look at any chart you want as long as I have entitlements for that market. That's all. So I just couldn't find the symbol you're asking about. Kumar, Airbnb is another one. Oh my goodness.
Another one.
Yeah, there's so much today. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Imbalances are in 15
Airbnb,
seconds. So
yeah, oh my God.
That's probably the last one. Wow, great day for 5% to the upside. Whoa, okay.
Oh, Uber.
Wow, Uber better have had a great day today. I haven't checked Uber today, but I'm assuming it did.
It did not.
Really? Lyft was up? That doesn't even make any.
What did Uber do though?
Oh, sorry, imbalances out here. Apple 3 million sell, Intel 2.8 million sell, Pfizer 2.6 million sell, Nvidia 2 million to the buy side. That's good. Amazon sell 1.4 million. TLT, that's a small sell of 1.3, but overwhelmingly sells here, with the exception of Nvidia. These are all sells on the big cap tech names. Microsoft is $1 million to the sell side as well. Dow, it was just there. I don't even see it anymore, so it's obviously much smaller than the expectation, and I don't even see Sherwin-Williams anymore. So both those must be nothing burgers, but sell imbalances across the board, except for Nvidia for the big cap tech names.
Dung, dung, dung. Nvidia.
Well, profit taking.
Yeah, so yeah, we took profits there as well. So we got out of our NVIDIA there for a big win. Again,
heck,
like a
Uber?
big win. Can't be more happy with
happened
the
to Uber
trading on
today?
NVIDIA today. So long early, long late, like the number one stock here, not even close. It's NVIDIA, and good name there. We'll continue to watch it. Good trading for the TQs as well. Still that 50 cents or so in the money there as it goes upside. I might just get out of NVIDIA. We just took that out on Palantir right when those imbalances came out as well. Just don't need to deal with it. Trying to break through the 50 period. We did cancel our order. Remember, we're going to get out at 60. Instead, we'll take 88. So that's going to be a good fill there. Yeah, that's honestly, man, not much else going on there. We can check out those imbalance locators one more time to see TLT. Apple with a big sell right there. Apple 3 million now to sell. Wow, okay. It's Apple getting clocked right there with this big sell imbalance. We'll probably take this a little short now against something. We'll try it. Okay, I'm short right now. Mike, all right, well, did that already pair off? Like that just blew up pretty quickly there. 227.31. Good thing we don't have many shares on board right here. Is this one not looking very good there on that sell? But it is a sell imbalance there for Apple. We're short at 11s. We just held that 10 cents against us. Let's try to get out something for 10 cents as that's about what we're going to give it, man. If this breaks up through 30s, which it's doing right now, there it goes. So we'll try a small little piece. We didn't do much. We're just trying it out. Apple with the sell imbalance, 2.7 million right now for Apple.
What are they watching? Yeah, so look, it's all sell imbalances, like I said, except for NVIDIA. But remember, in 2 minutes or 2.5 minutes, you usually see a pairing event where most of these are likely to pair off, get a lot smaller, even flip in the other direction. That is worth watching. If NVIDIA was bigger, I think that would be a much better opportunity. Thank you certainly in the chat. Everyone's clarifying. It was a Toronto mining company that was being asked about, GMIN. And all I would say to that is, every other week we have Raheem Alani come on, who knows a heck of. I mean, I don't know anything about Canadian miners in a general sense. Let's be real. So save the question and then ask when Raheem is on. Just remember that he should be on next week, I believe, and he knows a heck of a lot. Not to put him on the spot or anything, but he usually has the goods when it comes to Canadian stocks. He knows his miners, so you want to make sure you take advantage of that resource. That's why we have guests on like that. It's for you guys, so we can all gain some knowledge. So you want to make sure you get the expert. You got options questions, we got Joe for you. You want to talk trading, you can talk to us, but certainly ask Raheem. So Apple just got a little bit, it's so weird. It just got bigger to the sell side, going into slightly bigger. It's only 3 million, but slightly bigger, and it's still not really moving much anymore. Like, it's going sideways. Usually you start getting bigger going into 55. I'd expect it to have made another leg into the downside, but with only 1 minute till the flips, potential flips, I should
going
say.
Down now.
Yeah, now it's starting to go. It's climbing a little bit on that sell, so a little bit bigger before. Usually you're expecting it to pair. Intel slowly pairing off. Certainly, I saw Pfizer pair off a little bit there. Amazon stayed about the same. NVIDIA's buy imbalance has paired off about 40%, so I think that might be dragging some things down for sure. Yeah, John, I guess. If you want to take it that way, he knows his miners. Yeah, fair enough. No diddy.
Yeah, so we got some out of the TQQs. Yeah, that Apple trade, that's too bad because again, we didn't have very many shares. We're not crying over spilled milk here or anything like that. But we'll wait to see what winds up happening now with Apple on that pairing event. I think it probably, again, we were wrong on it the first time. I think it probably, if you guys held it, you were right. I think it probably goes up if that does. Oh, wow. All right, so that stop order was not that great. As there goes Apple right now. Didn't switch yet. 355 coming up very, very soon. Wow, that would have been a good winner. Oh man, nice move to the downside there. Oh man, we had that one and we do not anymore. All right, 5 seconds left. 3, 2, and 1. Yeah, it'll probably pair off and just start ripping again. So there it goes. Bye bye.
Yep. NVIDIA stayed a buy, but that's about it.
That might have been my best call all day. Well, don't have that one. We'll take the $3 winner on Palantir and on NVIDIA and all that, and the 100-handle winner on the Qs. But that was a good one. Thinking that was going to flip and get out of there. Sometimes it doesn't happen, but that was a good call. All right, a couple minutes left, and I'm going to get out of here and get over there and start loading that up for the show. We do have some big earnings coming through. Check out my check my Twitter for all those earnings, and then join me and Adara on the after show. Maybe I'll sneak Obi on there.
Obi, did we hit? I thought he was going to get on there if we hit that target.
Yeah, he'll come on there regardless.
Yeah, I
of
mean,
the target.
he did say he wanted to come on there, but look, at the end of the day, it's going to be wild regardless and fun regardless. Block is another one reporting us. There's a lot of people putting that one in the chat. Do some good things, Block. When we looked over at Airbnb, I did take a cursory look at Uber and was like, what the heck happened to Uber today? Didn't Lyft have a good number? Didn't Lyft go up like 30% at one point? Airbnb is up and Uber's down 2%. Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised by that one, but it might be. I don't like the look on Uber because it's kind of 4 days in a row here. Check that, 5 days now, flat bottom break, 72.5. I love Uber, but I don't like that rejection of a breakout and then this move potentially that could break down. So worth watching Uber. Shockingly weak, I have to admit. I just didn't realize that it was that bad. Yeah, that's 75. Once it broke 75 even, you could see or 76 even, sorry, the floodgates opened up on it. But that's fine. The market's at all-time highs. Not everything's gonna have a good day. It's just not how it works, right? Like, actually, when we talked to Chris Bretcher, he said he was surprised by the advanced decliners wasn't as good as you would expect on a blowout day yesterday. So there wasn't as much breadth yesterday as you would think, so I shouldn't be that surprised when you didn't have it here today. Thomas just said DJT broke 28 finally. I tried DJT a couple of times for some SSR bounces to mixed result. Like, neither one of them had the big follow through that you'd like. They both ended up like scalp trades. Now just down. Remember, Funware is another of the names that reports tonight, so that's likely to move around. DJT is probably going to move at least a little bit on sympathy, 23% to the downside. All of the exuberance, it looks like it was just a sell the news event. The news, of course, that Trump won, popularity up. You got to keep in mind, this is still up over double from when that lockup expired, when I guess there wasn't any selling by Trump. So he hung on to his shares. Obviously, it's looking like it's going to test that 25 level, maybe even 24 here on DJT. I don't know where it's going to go personally, but if you're looking for continuation, I like SSR bounce plays, stocks that are short sell restricted. This is going to be that tomorrow, and 24 and 25 are going to line up in front of that 50-period moving average. So we'll see what happens with DJT, but bleeding and losing support very late in the day. 90 seconds to go here. I wish there had been maybe one of those, Dow ended up being a nothing burger. Certainly nothing burger for Sherwin-Williams. Maybe tomorrow with Intel and NVIDIA, we could see a little bit of index action on those two. So is what it is. Tesla, we're also going to have to wait around for this. Now down at 297. It looks like it's going to give a little bit back. It was a good rally. Like it gave you 298 to 99.5. It then broke the trend line. And really since then, it was a mean reversion short. I said I wasn't going to short it, but that was usually... that's a good setup for a short, but the idea of a reversion trade is you're looking to go short in that move. It's not just drawing the line in the chart there. And it is what it is. I'm a little bit disappointed. It's continuing to fall. Less than 1 minute to go. We'll see what happens. Rivian earnings are tonight, Lucas. Tonight on Rivian with a host of other names, everybody. So Rivian was actually up today, 4%. But let's be real. On the daily chart, it's not good on Rivian. I want to say caution with this. I am in it on my long term, but I consider it a complete shot play. They've got some cash to make it a runway. Randy tends to like them, but it has not been a good one overall for Rivian. We'll see if it can go, man. Obviously, it is what it is. And a bad-looking chart is a bad-looking chart till it starts trending up. I say you try not to predict when a stock is going to bounce. You try to join a stock when it's going to bounce. And I hope that starts with Rivian. But for now, get the camera off me and get it onto Adara because we got to ring it. The bell brought to you by Firefly. How's about now? Revolutionizing brain health is Firefly. Want to shout out to them for sure. Big shout out to the entire team, of course. Not just Fabian and Ramin having fun every day on the ones and twos, but also Andre getting those videos up. We're going to have some great videos for you guys. Great midday show. Today we had Joe and Obi. What a great tandem they were filling in for Sharif. And it's going to be a wild aftermarket show with my man Sean and Adara. And so many earnings that I can't even get to them all. Expedia must not be out. They're not really moving here. I thought they were going to be first right at 4 o'clock, but not much movement. It looks like there was a bit of a spike there going into the close. The market did end up really well here, 1.5%. I think we're expecting Expedia, but nothing out just yet. A little bit of a volume spike, but I don't think the numbers are out. With that, if we have the thumbs up and we're locked and loaded, ready to go, let's head it over to the desk. We've got Sean, we've got Adara, we've got the market recap, and a whole lot of earnings. Expedia's down.
Expedia. I didn't realize Expedia was reporting. All right, Expedia is out. Welcome back to the market recap show where, we're still here and we're here till 4:30. So with Trader Talk today, we might have Obi coming through. We have Adara right now. This is like a huge day for earnings coming through right now. So we're getting ready to go. Trade Desk is now out as well. So TTD, 41 cents a beat for Trade Desk, but we are starting to get down. The expected move there for Trade Desk was 9.4%. They looked for 39 cents. It looks like they get 41 cents right now. But things are starting to pop through right now. We also have Expedia coming out as well. Nice downside move there for EXPE downside right there. So we're getting busy here, Adara, and this market really starting to go. So there's Expedia. There's the Trade Desk. We're waiting for Airbnb. Airbnb is out. Oh my gosh. We're not going to Airbnb. That's out as well. That looks like it's trying to dance around just a little bit right here. But any key numbers that you have yet so far?
I have nothing yet. Airbnb, I do not have. Expedia, I have their whole report. I'm going to have to sift through that. Sorry, guys. This thing is coming
That's okay.
fast and furious.
Airbnb right now down 143, 144. Airbnb is coming to the downside. The number that we were looking for Airbnb, of course, was, I'll get that for you in just 1 second. We are looking for 217 EPS. We'll get that for you in a second. I'm trying to log into Benzinga as well. But nice little downside push there for Airbnb, downside move. Expedia coming through. The Trade Desk coming through as well. Trade Desk now down 2.3% and getting lower. Okay, I
have the Trade Desk.
Okay, good. I have that as well. Go ahead, Adara.
So yeah, they did beat here for earnings per share for the Trade Desk, 41 cents versus 39 cents expected. Sales, 628 million versus 619.84 million expected. I'm just going to get the chart for the Trade Desk up here. And let me look through this report quickly to see if there's any highlights. Apparently, their revenue grew 27% growth there, apparently. So good look there. Also, apparently, they're looking to capture a greater share of their advertising market. Now, what do they have here? Okay, GAAP revenue up on a year-over-year basis. Net income up on a year-over-year basis. Net income margin up on a year-over-year basis, GAAP earnings per share up on a year-over-year basis. Everything is up on a year-over-year basis, guys, from what the looks of it on the TTD. I'm guessing it's the guidance, but I don't have the guidance yet, guys.
Here we go, AppTrader TV Sean. Come over here. Go over to AppTrader TV Sean. Get all of these right here. TTD, Rivian. We're waiting for Rivian, 405. We're waiting for Affirm, 405. Airbnb's already out. Pins, 405. Fortinet, 405. Upstart, 405. Toast, 405. Lucid, 405. It's 4:03. You're about to get earnings bonanza time coming up. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Let everybody know that you're now rocking
with the best.
The best recap show is right here, baby. It's 1:15. A nice little drop down there now for the Trade Desk, guys. They miss, man. We just talked about that. Expedia also out. Expedia CFO stepping down, but Expedia seems to be fine. Again, we'll talk about those numbers as they do come out. But this is what we're looking for right now. Temper Seal is out. Dropbox is out. DBX is now out as well. We're not seeing too much there. Looks like downside 27 and change. So again, the big one we're waiting for is Rivian. If we can get that Rivian number, EPS minus 92 cents. Can you believe that? They're still expected to lose money. Rivian, right now, we'll see what's going on with that. It was a decent day for Rivian, up 3.5%. The expected move here, 13%. For Rivian. Nice move to the upside today, trying to hold out $10. We'll see what its counterpart in the doldrums. Lucid, oh my gosh. Good thing those Saudis have apparently unlimited money because right now Lucid continues downside pressure there. We'll wait to see when we get Lucid coming out. The expected number for Lucid that we're looking for, minus 32 cents. Minus 92 cents for Rivian is what we're waiting for. Minus 32 cents for Lucid. Still can't make money. Like we go, shame on you, Tesla. You didn't put up a huge number, but then they did. They're making money. Block is now out. Square is out. So let's have a quick look at what Square's doing. Square's early as well. Okay, so now Square, what the number we're looking for on Square, 410, 87 cents. I just heard that they're out, but I do not see any movement right now on that. Rivian apparently getting close to being out right now as well. So thank you. Over 4,500 of you watching. Bang, bang, bang. What a day it was today. Check out this NVIDIA trade early. This is our trade that we had early, 146.50. Where does it close? It closes at all-time highs. How do we figure these things out? Who are we? We're Trader TV Sean. We're here every day with the sticky note. Go find it out. It's your number one trade there, up 250 at the end of the day. We also hit Palantir today as we go. Arista Networks, are we out? You guys want to see live level twos when stock comes out? How about Arista Networks? Hey, you want to trade this one? You better be ready for a $15 spread right now on Arista Networks. 430 to 445 right now. Big time right now. They just announced a stock split, ANET. So we'll have to find out what Arista is all about right now. Nice little stock split announcement there for Arista. Rivian, not out yet. Uranium has themselves a day. Pinterest is now out. Pinterest reports 40 cents versus 34. Pinterest is a beat, but they're going to the downside. Revenue 1 million higher, 898 versus 197, but they do not like the Pinterest number. Maybe it's a bad guide. Pinterest right there. When does SMR come out? SMR, they can't make money, but that's not a problem. This is a growth stock. We're trading SMR, new scale. Let's see what that does. This is a recent one that I've been buying. SMR, FXI, China goes, we're not afraid of you, Mr. Trump. We ain't afraid of no ghost. Don't cross streams, Fabian. Right there, FXI today, a nice move upside as my guy Fabian is in this name, I believe. Nice move to the upside on FXI. Well traded, back long. We like that. All right, what's up with Airbnb? Let's have a quick little check on that. What went down first? Bang, comes through for Airbnb. A nice little move upside there for Airbnb as this name continues to climb higher. Block is now out. We have that block number. Square is now out. Womp, womp. What we're looking for on Block right now, full year, we're looking at 87 cents. What? Full year adjusted? 3 billion. We have revenues looking at 6 billion. So we're going to find out what is going on with Block, but oh, they missed by a lot. Right now, they missed 5.9 billion revenue number versus 6.2. So a Block not performing well. That is not a good number. I think I'm still in Block. Like I said, I got to review I'm so loaded up on all the big names. But Block right there now below the 200, below the 50. SQ continues its bad quarter right there. Dara's getting them all lined up.
I don't have any numbers coming up. My Benzik is having issues. I'm sorry. I'm not seeing anything after 4:02 p.m.
Do not apologize. Right now.
I'm gone. I can't see anything here.
You're fine. Okay, see you, Adrian. Check other sources.
Adrian.
It's fine. Adrian. Huh? What's up, Adrian? What's up, my guy?
Oh, my God.
Fabian. All right, Fortnite right now. Fortnite reporting 63 cents. That's a beat of 52 cents. Estimate 1508. A beat on their sales, a beat on the top and the bottom line for Fortnite, but it is starting to head a little bit to the downside. There, Pinterest, global users right now, only 11% increase. I feel like that's not good. Monthly active users, 11% increase. Not great. We've seen more by them before. Pinterest, here's the problem. Sees Q4 revenue 1125 versus 1145, which is lower than expected. Pinterest downside on the guide. Where's my guy? Where's RJ? Where's Rivian? RJ coming through. That's their CEO, RJ Scarringe. I was gonna say Skrellings there, but that's the other guy there, the guy that's in jail. He's not in jail anymore.
Martin Shkreli.
Martin Shkreli. I was gonna say crypto bro, but he's pharma bro.
He's a bro.
Do you know he's the guy that bought that Wu-Tang album?
Oh my God, I forgot.
He's the guy that bought the unreleased Wu-Tang album. Man, come on, Martin. Give that out. Maybe it's out already. I have no idea. All right, DraftKings is at 415. Good call on that one. So, I mean, look, I'm a little bit off right now because there's been so many earnings to talk about.
Same.
We haven't even gone over right now the board for the day. Uranium up today, TAN up today. Check out Airbnb. That's going to be a big one for us. Airbnb, a nice move to the upside right there. Again, Adara's preparing everything. Once the numbers come out, you can just review any of them.
I have no numbers to review. That's my issue. Is I'm not getting anything.
No numbers at all to review right now.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. We'll wait for Square to come out again. Everything in my ear, I'm just giving to you as
I think we had Square. My ear's not even giving me anything, and that's in too.
You know what's a good place to check, man? Go check out. We can check out.
Checking
Twitter
too.
will be a good one there for all
Thank
of
you.
that. We're waiting for DraftKings. Here comes Rivian. Right down bankrupt lane. I mean, 970 now. Looks like Rivian is getting to the downside. So again, we're going to find all these numbers for you. Adara scouring the intro web for that. You know what you should do if the internet's not working? Phone up Al Gore. Al Gore, the guy who created that. Hey, Hugo, how's it going over there? The boys are getting ready to go out for a night on the town. All right, Rivian is a miss. Rivian starting to go to the downside. We're going to find out H&R Block to the downside. Of course, H&R Block's to the downside as we get, everyone can do their own taxes nowadays, right? So there's H&R Block. H&R Block, a nice move to the downside as well. Yeah, no, I shouldn't say that. I don't know if Rivian's going bankrupt or not. I just thought it was kind of funny there. Here comes Rivian. Nice move to the downside. Rivian's 52-week low that might come into question is $8.50. So that comes into question at some point today for Rivian. Supply chain, we've already done Fortinet, but we can go over that again.
I have the guidance.
All right, go give us the guidance for Fortinet.
They're seeing Q4 adjusted earnings of 58 cents to 62 cents per share and revenue of 1.56 billion to 1.62 billion. Even on Twitter, the only thing I'm seeing is Airbnb, guys. Okay, I got Upstart. Thank you, Big Zanga. I have Upstart. Upstart,
right, go.
And I finally got Airbnb. Upstart here, adjusted earnings of, so they lost 7 cents per share. Analysts were expecting 15 cent per share loss. That is a beat because they lost less than expected. Sales, 162.14 million versus 150.2 million expected. That would be, drumroll please, a beat. So Upstart beating here. Airbnb missed on earnings per share, but they also missed on sales. I was seeing somewhere they beat on sales. So a couple different numbers coming for Airbnb. The ones on Benzinga are telling me GAAP earnings of 213 per share versus 216 per share expected. That is a miss. What about sales? 3.7 billion versus 3.72 billion expected. That would be also a miss. But Airbnb up about 13%. Rivian CEO, so that would be RJ, telling Reuters that supply issue had a big impact on Q3, but it won't extend to 2025. So Rivian looking to, help with their supply issues, according to RJ Scaringe.
All right, good call on that one. Here's Upstart right now. Upstart up 17%. Nice move there for UPST. Expected move on Upstart 19. Last move 40%. Upstart, oh boy. If you're ever going to trade this name, trade it on earnings. Look at Upstart all the way to the high side right now. That reminds me of our friend Affirm. What is Affirm doing? We're waiting for that one to come at 415. Affirm's the other way, Adara. Affirm's starting to go downside right now. I'm hearing out of the ear that Square's trying to battle back. Nice bottom there, 65 back up. 268. And again, we'll have all these numbers as they come through. Airbnb. So Airbnb numbers right here in front of me. It's 213. Yep. Airbnb was a miss on the estimate. The sales is a miss, but it looks like they'll guide higher. So Airbnb, see, this is what we're talking about. Airbnb, a miss on the top, a miss on the bottom, but a better guide. Getting this a little bit higher for Airbnb as that goes upside right there. Rivian, again, let's have a quick look at that. We are just nice move to the downside on Rivian. Definitely not moving the way we thought. Implied move here on Rivian was over 10%. They had a big impact with supplies. So it's not a problem with demand. It's about getting the cars out. The supply chain an issue. We haven't heard that in a while for Rivian, so we'll get that all figured out. If that's the only problem for Rivian is supply chain, then I think it's a long. I like Rivian down there. The expected number for Rivian, and again, we'll get this all for you in a matter of seconds. Rivian minus 92 cents. So here's the Benzinga Pro platform that I'm using right now. So we can just sort of scroll down. All we have to type in here is RIVN, and then it'll give us the goods right now. So we don't have the actual numbers on here, but they're going to be available for us very, very soon on the guidelines here on the headline sheet. So I don't have them exactly. We'll get them. Adara's working on all of these numbers. But Lucid as well. Another electric name is now waiting to report. Nice move to the upside there, 250 for Lucid. Now pulling back in one more time, LCID. Man, oh man. And by the way, no earnings, no cry for NVIDIA. NVIDIA all-time highs in the after hours right now. It's just going tick, 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 tick because it's already gone boom. There it goes, NVIDIA up through 150. Can we break that? Will we see 150 tomorrow? Please, stock market gods.
I have earnings now.
Give me... let me finish this. Please give me the opportunity to hit 150 tomorrow. Please do not open over it. Please, NVIDIA gods and stock market gods. Adara, what do we have?
I wasn't trying to interrupt. I was just happy we have, I'm finally able to access numbers. So what are we looking for here? I know we're waiting on Unity, I think, and DraftKings. So hopefully when those come through, I'll be able to see them. I can tell you guys about Monster Beverage because they missed. So they reported adjusted earnings of 38 cents per share versus 43 cents expected. That would be a miss for MNST, a company that I have given a lot of sales to. I'll tell you that for free. Sales, though, also missing 1.88 billion versus 1.91 billion expected. So I guess my use of Monster Energy promos at 7-Eleven did not help the company because they are down.
I've never had one of those.
Pardon?
I never had a Monster Energy.
Okay, I would say Rockstar is the best. Monster is pretty good. Celsius exists. And
Give me a flavor.
Reign's becoming my favorite. Rockstar?
Yeah.
I like cherry.
Cherry.
But
okay.
Bang Energy with that grape. I don't know.
Grape Monster or Bang Energy right there. Grape. Okay. I don't know.
But Monster missed. Moral of the story is Monster missed across the board.
Okay, and DraftKings right now. I mean, maybe we won too much money. No, we didn't bet that much on the president. There it is, DraftKings downside, big time movement there. As soon as I get the numbers, we will bring them to you, but it is a big miss by the looks of it here on. I shouldn't say it's a big miss. I don't know the numbers, but DraftKings acting as if it is exactly that. Huge move to the downside right now for DKNG. There it is. I said I like this name. If I like this name here at 36, then yeah. How about 31? I will be buying some DraftKings tomorrow as long as, let's review the numbers. Shouldn't say that right away, but that's a nice miss there for DraftKings, obviously pulling all the way back down. So we'll figure it out now for DKNG coming through to the downside right now. So what are the winners here today? I mean, there's been so many stocks. I feel like Airbnb, the big winner right now, up 10%. It did climb up to 164, 165. Yeah, the only energy drink I had was Red Bull back in the day. We were two-handing those Red Bull and vodkas in the club all night long, and then probably all night long and into the morning. And right now, the only club I'm going to is dropping my kid off tonight at the chess club. So, all right. What? I don't know. I mean, if we ever went to a club, I mean, first of all, people would think I'm your father pretty much.
Yeah, I don't know how that would go over.
That might not be a good idea.
Maybe
the
not.
trade desk right now, downside, people asking about trade desk. Here's DraftKings right now. Revenue of, okay, so they're missing revenue 1.095 versus 1.12. Did you want to go on DraftKings or what do you want to go on?
I have DraftKings.
All right, go.
So DraftKings, apparently they actually grew their revenue 39% year over year, even though they missed here. But I'll pull this up because I'm seeing different things. It looks like adjusted losses per share, they actually did beat. So adjusted loss of 17 cents per share versus 42-cent loss per share expected. But their non-adjusted loss, 60 cents. That could be where they're coming back up. Their adjusted loss, they actually did not miss. They beat. Now, estimated sales here, we know they did actually grow 39% year over year, but I guess analysts somehow wanted more. They reported sales of 1.095 billion versus 1.112 billion. So again, massive increase year over year. Analysts were like, nah, we wanted more. RIP DraftKings.
RIP, but not RIP because it's right back up. It's coming back up to the upside. That's what I was like, we just said that you might have heard that.
That was good.
That we wanted to buy. I said it. I was like, we're going to buy DraftKings tomorrow at this $31 mark. Well, now that it's at $35, thank you for that 10% move. Hopefully, did anybody buy that? I was saying that we would be buying that one. Did anybody buy that? Right there. Welcome to 15% back upside right there for DraftKings right now. Nice move there. DraftKings, she just mentioned it, minus 17 cents beats the minus 42. Minus 42 cents. Beating that number of 17 cents is what they report against a minus 42. So both in the negatives, sales miss, which is what brings it downside again. And you don't want to miss on sales when you're DraftKings because as soon as you reel everybody in, it's just a matter of keep depositing because if you're a gambler, you're probably not going to come out on the upside. Trust me on that. I mean, some people win on sports gambling. Most do not. So that's why I like DraftKings. I think it's like basically a license to print money until you get those people in there. Honestly, that's how I feel and that's why I do want to buy that name. That is DKNG. All right, just real quickly here because we're going to go on and on. Let me check on Rivian. I just want to go over some of the movers and shakers there today because there was a couple. All right, Rivian all the way back up. It's all the way up. So that was a good one there. Let's take a quick look here at the stock heat map just to see what was moving today. Just real quick because there was some decent moves. NVIDIA all-time high. ATH Adara. Apple saying yesterday, you know what? Yesterday was a little bit of a bad day. We were wondering about what was going on with Apple yesterday. They say, cut on my back. We'll take you to the promised land. Up 2.14%. Microsoft, $1.25, 1.25%. Google, 2.4%. Meta is the name that I need to buy more of. It's already my third largest holding. I love Meta. Want more. Let's get us more Metas right there. Berkshire downside today. JP Morgan downside. The financials downside today. And we have something from Trade Ideas that works really, really great for this. This is this. It's the sector status. So right into here, you can quickly go and see where were we red today. So it's XLE. It's the energies. It's APA down. Devon Energy down. Valero. I actually like Valero. Valero on the daily rate here, nicely beat up. I think refiners are going to be in play, especially with Drill Baby Drill coming to the White House. So I like that. I like Halliburton. I like all of these names. But today, a little bit of a downside move there for oil. You might be saying, how's this guy talk this fast? Yeah, he doesn't have energy drinks? I don't know. All right, STLD downside right now. MM. So that was just a communication, some downside moves. Take two upside. Take two. Is this the Grand Theft Auto one?
Yep.
Where's Fail? Who, Adrian or Fabian? Adrian. No, I've been mentioning Take Two forever and just did not get involved. And that would have been a great little buy opportunity. Shame on that one for Take Two. All shame. But that's a good report there. Looks like for Take Two from yesterday. Nice move up there, 7.5%. We like that one. FXI upside, copper upside today. These are all of the indexes here, all of the positive ones. Let me check out what did marijuana do as we puff past. Marijuana should go up with Grand Theft Auto, right? A lot of people chilling out, doing some things, playing Grand Theft Auto might be in play there. As the gamers were on the midday show, I should talk to them. We had Joe and Obi.
You get Joby. From Adobe to Joby. So all the tickers.
Joby. You know, Joby's that company that has
the eVTOL.
eVTOLs. Do you want to get in one of those eVTOLs?
No, but I also don't want to get in an XPEP flying plane. When Brendan said it on the show, I laughed out loud at the flying car.
It's funny.
I literally let her laugh.
They've almost done building a helipad on top of my roof, so maybe we'll be going back and forth.
No, are you serious?
Yeah.
Like house or condo?
House.
How?
Yeah. No, we're
I can't tell if you're joking.
I don't have.
Oh my gosh, I bought it. I actually believed it. Sean, you can't be sarcastic with me because I will buy it. I will buy that, that condo.
I'm also
wherever.
building my own hyper tunnel from my house right to the Wellesley station. Yeah.
I want to say that's not real, but I don't know.
To Ramin too. We both get there now. We both have traffic problems. Let's have a drink. Vodka. Thank you everybody for joining us here again as we go. Okay, Rivian upside. Let's go over some earnings. I think that's what we're supposed to do. It's our party and we'll sort of cry as we want to. All right, so 145 upside right there. 164, nice move for Airbnb. That's one. Toast, good name there. Toast, nice upside. So Toast is in first of all, Brett, you like whole wheat or what?
I like sourdough. I just got some recently at a bakery near my house.
You know, sourdough was really popular during COVID because everybody had the sourdough. You can make it at home.
The sourdough starters.
Bang. So, Joe, what's going on? You like Grand Theft Auto? Okay, big GTA guy, knew that right there. All right, so Toast is, you go into the your restaurant there, it's the ordering systems. So it's all that. As that goes, Toast right now, a relatively new IPO goes back, but a nice move now for Toast going upside. This is where we are right now on TOST. Wow, big move right now, up 30% for Toast right there. And you know, when you go to a breakfast, they ask you rye, white, or brown. What would yours be of those three? Rye, same. Okay, all of us rye right there. All right, let's go. ANET, good name there as well today. So we see Arista Networks, nice upside move there during the day, but now falling back down, now down 8%. Arista Networks on their number today as well. Where's SMR? SMR, shaking my rear. Downside, I couldn't.
You know me shaking your head?
I was going to say shaking my head, but that wouldn't make any sense. This is an R. SMR.
Sharing my regret.
Yeah, but I don't regret buying this anyway. I think that was pretty good. Nice move to the downside right now for SMR. I know what Neil's here is probably a little more professional. I apologize.
I think we're losing our mind. Shaking my rear, Sean.
I will hand in my resignation after this.
Sharing my resignation.
It is. All right, sharing my resignation. There it is. Good one there. All right, these two here. All right, nice move down. DJT today down 27%. And DJT looking to get even a little bit lower here in the after hours. DJT closes at $27, $28, now down through 26. Yeah, that's a good question. Shane, what's up with that? What's up with Affirm? Affirm nice down. Trader Leah there as well. loving the sourdough. I love sourdough, man. Now I'm all, I got to go. I'm going to go pretty soon, go swim some laps here. Hopefully there's not too many sourdough places on the way. Short Mr. Roberts. Yeah, that would be a good one too, day trader cut. Oh, don't say that in front of him. He's not here, actually. See you, Neil. All right, nice move to the downside right now for a firm. So I can get you the numbers here. Do you have the
I
numbers
cannot find those numbers.
You cannot find the numbers.
It's on their investor website. A lot of times
So
they
are you
redirect
telling me that we cannot
affirm,
those numbers?
confirm.
Can we not affirm those numbers? We cannot confirm them either. So we'll get that as soon as we do get those numbers for you on Affirm. Adara scouring the web for that. All right, man. This DraftKings, and I don't know if anybody bought this when I was like, we're buying DraftKings on the dip. There goes DraftKings, a nice move right back in there.
I found it.
Back up to the upside. So it's a nice move right here, back to the upside right now on DraftKings. And Affirm, so just quickly before we get the numbers, let me just have a quick look at what we're doing. Down to $46 right now. We are expecting more than a 7% move is what we have right now, expecting over 10%. What's the report looking like?
Yeah, so I actually pulled this up because I think it's something worth sharing with the world. So this is how I found the Affirm report. This is their website. This is their CEO who faces on this report for some reason. So they reported revenue here.
Is that Brendan?
No, it's not. Max Levchin, founder and CEO. So they reported revenue of $698 million. Okay, so from the estimates I'm seeing, people were looking for $661.39 million. So that would be a beat, and it's up 41% year over year. Thank you, Max Levchin, for telling us.
Looks like Frank, actually.
Older Frank. He's an older guy. But also here, they reported a 35% increase year over year on gross merchandise volume, up 70 million here, their adjusted operating income. Their net loss, though, actually also grew, which is probably not something you want. So their net loss grew by 72 million to 100 million. That is not great. Their operating income loss also grew by 77 million. Not great. So it seems like the larger loss could be the issue here, because it's good when you see this plus number on wins, but it's not great when you see the plus number on losses. So thank you, Max Levchin, for your report. And I love that your face is for some reason on your earnings.
Yeah, I thought that was Brendan for a second there, but we zoomed back in and we saw that very, very handsome individual there as well. Okay, so this is who reported today. We have the trade desk. We have Arista, Rivian. I tweeted these all out. There's the Affirm numbers. We actually have them right now. You just read them there, so that's okay. We have the Affirm numbers.
So that was a fun way of sharing.
Yep, that was a good one. Square, nice downside move. That continues to move lower as well. We do not have, so a name that's coming out today. Did we get Unity already? Because it is bouncing back.
They're supposed to be at, what, 5:45?
Down near 6 o'clock.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Yeah, so...
I don't know if that's real.
Open Door now reporting as well. OPEN, upside then down. Wow, Open Door is now only $2. Thanks, Chamath, for that one. You can see a nice little move here on Open Door. We're having so much fun. There's only 3 minutes left, believe that or not. Right now, no guests, no problem. Well, maybe a problem for you guys, but for us, we're fine. I apologize.
I thought we were going to have a guest cameo. Yeah, I was like, what happened to Obi being a guest? He's just sitting there.
Yeah, Obi's just chilling out.
With his charts.
Wave, Obi. There you go. There's your guest of the day. Thank you, Obi.
We left him.
Obi's back. Obi's back. We don't want to work this guy too hard. Obi's back tomorrow on the midday show.
Yes.
So, and then he's with me all next week. Sorry about that, Obi.
So are you with Joe or Satya somewhere, Obi? Okay. So no one knows.
You plan things really well here. Obi has no idea. It is Satya on it.
Okay, it is Satya.
Every Friday. All right, he just looks.
That's all he cares about.
You don't have a mic, my guy. He looks forward to price action. So there's Toast. Just a quick look here. I didn't realize Toast was still underneath the IPO. So still a nice little move. Wow, what a look there for Toast. Like this one, look at this level here, $27. How good was that on the weekly chart? Oh man, we really like that. Sort of, especially an IPO where you have that extended length of sort of just trying to figure out price. And then all of a sudden there's the boom upside. I like Toast moving forward. Great little number there from them here tonight. So again, good name there on TOST. Revenues higher. They beat all over the place. Toast right now up 30%. That's the big winner today. Airbnb's a big winner. Everyone's a big winner, but the real big winner is all of us. Why? Because we got you guys to stay with us one more time. And I want to thank everybody. We still have over 3,500 watching. That's a banger, and that's good enough for me because we're going to do roll call. All right, we got to get out of here, man. Thank you again for joining us. What a big day in the markets. We had Fed Day today. We didn't even talk about Fed.
No.
I didn't even do like a rundown. We came in here.
We didn't really have time.
Fed gives us that 1/4 point as expected. Market kind of goes, meh, but we traded it. It sends NVIDIA to the high side. It sends Tesla to 300, but does not break. We just hope tomorrow that we have an opportunity to buy Tesla 300 and buy NVIDIA 300. That is if the market is up. side. It's roll call. Let's see who's still here, baby. It's Mr. Juan Padilla. It's Alex Davis. It's Robert V.
I heard, yes. I'm
Jeremy
excited.
Newman. Yeah, I don't want to get hurt over there.
I did.
Jeremy Newman. It's Paul. It's BJZ. It's Shane D. It's T-Man. It's Mr. Take Profit. Sebastian. Thank you so much. Very, very kind of you. All your kind words. It's Marty. It's Maurizio. It's Bill. It's R. Moore. Sebastian again. Bears vs. Bulls. Thank you so much, Bears vs. Bulls. Thank you so much, Rich Naples. Send that pizza over here. Dilawar Singh. Shane D. DLV. Trader Leah. Thank you so much for coming through. The Super Freak is here. Adara for president.
I can't, but that's
Adara,
cool.
read off some names, man.
I'll be Adara Mayer of Winnipeg. Hey,
Day
Daytrader Cut, Everything Essence, G. Sedgwick, Robert Winter, Relati, the Super Freak, Michael, R. Moore onto blockchain, Matt C. Peter Hill, Dave B. Ariel, A. Royale, Christian L. Nick S. Paul, got Bears vs. Bulls, got Ronaldo, the Detail Buff, Kimberly Aaron, Crypto FOMO, Felipe, Adrian, not Fabian, Adrian, Monty G. Laura Marshall, Adrian Petrus, Everything Essence, Tommy Tinkler, Juan Padilla, Bristol. I'll end with Bristol. I should have ended with Tommy Tinkler, though.
Give me a prediction today. You don't watch football, do you?
No, but give me a random guess.
All right, if
I'll
you
guess.
if you could choose between a Raven or a Bengal.
Okay, what I know of those teams, I'm gonna go. Okay, I know Raheem roots for the Ravens, so just to be a little, Ravens. I'll go Ravens.
The Ravens.
I'm going
okay, good
Ravens.
one. Ravens, the #1 team in the NFL.
Baltimore Ravens.
You just
They're
picked the
purple.
Baltimore. They are purple, and the Bengals are.
A color. Cincinnati.
And they're
Orange.
orange.
Thank
There it is
you.
right there. Thank you
makes
so
sense
much
with
for
Tigers.
watching. It's been a great day. Thanks to Adara. Thanks to Ramin for staying late. Thanks to everybody at Trader TV Live. And most importantly, thank you to everybody watching another record day here at Trader TV Live. And we're going to put up another one tomorrow. It's Friday. We're back there. Ciao, everybody.
Woo.